Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, it's homecoming night here at St. Mary's Central High School. We apologize for the camera difficulties as unfortunately old Mother Nature popped up on us and well, did a number with a number of technical things when you're set up outside. Well, things like that happen, and so we will try to get this restored in the best way we can for you tonight here from St. Mary's Central High School, Schmieker Field. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont, glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. As we said, it is homecoming here at St. Mary's. And Chuck, the longtime legendary head football coach of the St. Mary's Saints, Dan Schmieker, just inducted into the St. Mary's Hall of Fame. And you're listening to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. So big night tonight for St. Mary's.
Let's try that again. It is.
That?
And, yeah, Dan Schmieker, I mean, what a legend he is. Obviously, well-deserving of coming into the Hall of Fame for St. Mary's, his 45-year tenure, over 290 wins. Just pretty amazing what this man has done for the football. And, I mean, he was a coach way back when I was playing, and he was probably in year 23 at that point in time. So you and I know how much he's meant to the game, and he so is appreciated broadcaster. So it's pretty special for us to be able to be here at the game tonight to get where he goes inducted into the St. Mary's Hall of Fame.
Well, there's one thing I can tell you that the man that took over the head job, Toby Schweitzer, is I don't know how many guys that you can say in the state of North Dakota that been a ball boy, played for, and coached with their former head coach.
Yeah,
and that was in Toby Schweitzer. So
started way back in 1979 with Schmeeks, and then of course Toby was an all-state linebacker for St. Mary's back in 1983 and 85 through 85, and so those two have had a long tenured history of friendship. Is probably the most important thing if you ask Toby. And so as you take a look at that, and ultimately Toby stepping in, he's got some huge shoes to fill, but I think he's very excited with that. We did the first game of the year, Scott, when St. Mary's played Minot, and I talked to Toby, and he had this nervous energy down that I haven't necessarily seen Toby have, and he has his hands full. They have struggled this year, 0-2, have scored just one touchdown. That's on the very last drive against Bismarck last week, where they've been shut out 37-0 to Minot and 49-7 to Bismarck. So it's a St. Mary's team struggling offensively. That's really the big difference for this team right now is they cannot score. They cannot generate any offense at all. I mean, as a matter of fact, you're talking about rushing yards in the negative as a team for the year. And so ultimately, Toby's got to get some things figured out. I know he moved some guys around this week. That he put some guys. Somebody was at a tight end, Easton Heinert. He's now at a right guard. So you try new things. That's what you got to do as a coach. Trying to find something that's going to work.
Yeah, well, two teams looking for the first win. The Williston Coyotes, under their first-year head coach Mark Kennedy, come in 0-3. St. Mary's 0-2. Should be a fun one here tonight from Schmieker Field. There's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Welcome back to Schmieker Field on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. St. Mary's Saints, Williston Coyotes looking for their first win of the season. Homecoming night here on Dan Schmieker Field. As we said, Dan Schmieker just inducted into the St. Mary's Saints Hall of Fame. Chuck, let's take a look at our most recent Class 3A media poll, as we do know that we have it listed as 2A, but it is a 3A poll. Shanley in at number 1, 2-0. Cheyenne 2-0 as well, and Minot High 2-0, followed by Fargo Davies and Mandan. Others receiving votes, Century and Bismarck. And Chuck, two big games tonight. The Mandan up in Minot taking on the Magicians, and Fargo Davies in town to take on the Bismarck Demons, and Century on the road to take on West Fargo Cheyenne. So poll looks probably about the way it should be right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Shanley's just been dominant this year, and Cheyenne is showing, hey, they're for real. Century's going into a juggernaut right now. All the things I read on Cheyenne, this is kind of one of those seasons for them saying, hey, we are looking at this season for us kind of redemption. I don't know if they called it specifically that, but that's one of the pieces they're surely talking about. And so Century's going to have their hands full. Did not play very well against last week against Mandan. I mean, Mandan's good. They didn't play very well, and Coach Wingemuck let them know it. I've never seen him on a speech like that at the end of the game get as animated as he had against his football team. And bottom line is his team didn't play well, and they needed to be accountable for it, and that's exactly what he did for that team. And so maybe see if Century rebounds tonight against West Fargo Cheyenne.
Yeah, we'll see how the Saints or how Century does tonight. We'll try to keep you updated on those as we move along here through the broadcast. And Chuck, as we near the starting laps and opening kick, let's take a look at this. We apologize.
If only we had the talent view on right now.
You wouldn't. It's a glorified show. Let's just say that right now up in the press box. Chuck, Williston Coyotes coming in here, led by their first-year head coach Mark Kennedy, and certainly a team that really is just trying to establish. They're trying to reestablish their program up there, and certainly they come in here and led by a guy that's committed to the Bison to play football, a guy by the name of Isaiah St. Romain. We know that name from basketball, a guy that had 100 receiving yards last year. So certainly there's more to the offense, but that's where it starts with the Williston Coyotes.
Well, the quarterback, Alex Bloom, he's a multi-sport athlete, played baseball, played basketball, and so having a quarterback at the helm who's an athlete, that's surely a big thing, just like St. Mary's has Fedorchuk. And ultimately, they got a guy they can throw to. I watched the film against Red River, and Isaiah St. Romain, he is real. The Bison, they're getting a great prospect. This kid's just 6'1", but he's got speed, he's got hands, he's got leaping ability, and he's just a tough kid. He had a huge game against Grand Forks Red River. Unfortunately, they lost. He had 2 long touchdowns, and an 18-yarder and a 79-yarder, and then he had an 82-yard pick six. So this is a kid, there's a reason the Bison signed him as a junior.
And not to mention, there's a game that the Coyotes had in hand. It was about the last 20-some seconds of the game.
Yep.
Pierce Parks took it in and propelled Red River to a victory. But certainly, you can't look back, but it's hard to say what that victory would have done for a team like the Williston Coyotes.
Well, exactly. I mean, last year they won a couple games late. I think they beat, I can't remember if it's Legacy, and I mean, so they won a couple games. They were playing very well late in the season, so I think they had a lot of expectations coming into this year. But they've played 3 quality football teams. Red River is ranked, are they ranked number 1 in division, or 2A that you showed earlier, Scott? I'm sorry, my mind, I got it right here. They ranked number 2, and then they played Fargo South, who's ranked number 3. And then they played Dickinson, who's ranked number 5. So they played 3 ranked teams who are undefeated right now.
Yep.
And so their competition has been good. Offensively, the last couple games, they have not shown what they can do offensively. And so ultimately, Alex Bloom and their All-State, most likely this Isaiah St. Romain, could be a very high candidate for All-State. He's going to have to step up. And then we're not sure. They had their stud fullback and middle linebacker, Landon Riley, he's a a huge wrestler, too. Anytime we talk about wrestler, you talk about a running back and a middle linebacker. He's not here tonight. Undisclosed, we're not quite sure why he's not here, but ultimately is he won't make it. And now who's going to come into his role? He was their leading rusher. Walker Michael's going to have to step up and do something, and Casey Storbach. And so one of your leaders is gone. Defensively, you got to replace him.
Yeah, and Chuck, then we look at the St. Mary Saints as they come back out onto the field here on homecoming night, led by first-year head coach Toby Schweitzer. And you talked about a little bit in the pregame that, or early on in the broadcast, that here's a team they're just looking for a win right now, as are the Coyotes, but more importantly, trying to get some engineered offensively.
Well, it might go all the way backwards and say they're looking for a first down. They didn't get a first down against Bismarck High until the last drive of the game, and they weren't even in positive yardage in the rushes for the game. And so it's a St. Mary's team. They are reeling right now, Scott. You're right. They want to have something positive happen to them tonight. Obviously, a win would be a huge positive thing, but I think Toby Schweitzer is looking at small steps. He's looking at every play, every possession, not so much towards the end of the game, and see what happens.
Well, certainly some guys in that lineup that we're familiar with. Sam Fedorchuk, his brother Nate, good career at St. Mary's. Richter, there's another Richter in there, and Hank Berry and Charles Richter, Remick. So certainly they've got some talent, but it's just how can they piece this thing together and get something going offensively, and maybe tonight's the night for the St. Mary's Saints.
That's what it's going to take. And Fedorchuk being his first year as a quarterback, it's going to take some time, Scott. He hasn't played quarterback until now as a senior in the varsity experience. So every game he's going to get better.
Well, as both teams have taken their respective sidelines as the clock winds down and up, we've got our national anthem. The St. Mary's Central High School Band is on the field and about ready to play the national anthem. So we'll take a timeout on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We come back. The starting lineups, the opening kick, the Coyotes, the Saints, next right here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
financial plan, or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as we await the starting introduction of the starting lineups. As the St. Mary Saints won the toss, they have deferred, so they will go on defense first as the Coyotes. Well, let's take a look at the Coyotes offensive unit. They'll go like this offensively up front. At center will be Hunter King. The guards will be August Zug and Matthew Schmidt, the left guard. Jordan Murillo, the left tackle. Matthew Goodman, the right tackle. Sean Branham, the tight end. Jaden Tanner will be the flanker. Isaiah St. Romain, the split end, 6'1", 170, and a senior. It'll be Landon Riley, and we're not sure who's going to get that start there. As we said, Landon Riley will not be here tonight. Walker Michael at the tailback and Alex Bloom at the quarterback. Head coach in the first year is Mark Kennedy. Defensively, St. Mary's goes like this. Tevin Freet up front at nose guard. Ethan Brittenell, 6'2", 190, the junior at one end. Ethan, is it Zitch, Chuck? He's the other defensive end, 65. Hank Berry, one outside linebacker. Bennett McHugh will be an inside linebacker. John Richter will be another inside linebacker, and Cortland Eberly will be another outside linebacker. Nick Remick at one corner, Aiden Price at the other corner, Sam Fedorchak and Charles Richter, the safeties. Ethan Zeke, I stand corrected, we'll get that right. Ethan Zeke will be the right defensive end. As the Saints will kick this one off.
Do you hear circus music in the background right now?
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
Hey, we're thankful. We got our cameraman, production guy, John Hogan here helping us.
Timely services won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car. Drive-through oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. St. Mary's and Williston from Schmieker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School. Glad to have you aboard. Also, you'll be able to catch Minot High and playing host to Mandan. Todd Domrys and Josh Cattell making his 2023 debut up in the Magic City. They'll have that one for you. As kicking this one away for the Saints. Well, they switched that on us.
Yeah, right. Or Heiner used to kick. I'll tell you the number, Scotty. It's 52 now.
52, but he's not on the roster. So I'm not sure who 52 is.
Let me check.
So his kick is away. Low driving kick. Field in the middle of the field. His knee was down 25-30 and stuck right shy of the 35-yard line. Storbakken on the return there for the Coyotes. So the Coyotes, Bennett McHugh is 52. So
no, that's the guy for Williston that made the St. Mary's made the tackle.
Well, Bennett McHugh made the tackle. I stand corrected. we knew who 52. Come on. All right.
Hey, one step at a time.
Yeah, sorry.
Holy cow.
All right, here come the Coyotes, 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Just underway, opening quarter. Alex Bloom, the quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Lone back behind him is Michael. They motion. Now they hand off Michael going. Oh, and he's going to be stood up for a loss there. He stutter-stepped his way over the right side, and then he was bounced backwards. And that is going to be, well, they're going to give him a loss of 1 on the carry. John Richter making the stop there for the Saints. Be 2nd down and 11 to go for the Coyotes. Alex Bloom, the 6'2", 175-pound junior quarterback, St. Romain, split wide to his right, Twins right, single receiver to the short side. Michael, the lone back behind the quarterback. Bubble screen. Here's St. Romain in space trying to operate, and the Saints were not fooled on that one as the pass gets it back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for the Williston Coyotes. Again, we do apologize for the camera difficulties. The rain appears to have stopped a little bit. It's gotten lighter, and hopefully we'll be able to work through this broadcast on a 3rd down and 10 now from the Coyotes 33-yard line. Bloom, 2 receivers is right. Lone back is Michael alongside quarterback Alex Bloom. Bloom back to pass, rolling to his right. He's going to turn upfield, cuts inside, breaks a tackle at the 35, spins out down close to the 38-yard line. And that's going to be short of a 1st down, so it'll be a 4th down situation for the Coyotes, and they're going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, McHugh made the tackle from the linebacker spot, but Scott was matching up Hank Berry on the outside linebacker. He came up and was right on top of St. Romain. He gave him a 2-hand shiver and completely knocked him on his behind.
And back to punt it away is Aiden Sander for the Coyotes. He had a 50-yarder against Dickinson. Good punt there. Fair catch called for. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be downed at the, no, what are they going to say here?
Didn't it hit the St. Mary's kid in the back? Must not have.
Well, it must not have. They're going to say it was touch at the 40-yard line. So now the Saints come out offensively up front. They'll go Freet, Heinert. Freet will be the center. Heinert, Barth the guards. Roman Barnes, Zeke, and the other tackle. Aiden Price, the tight end. Nick Remick, a wideout, along with Hank Berry. And Conrad Culber. Fedorchik, your quarterback. And Cam Nosland is the tailback. As Fedorchik goes with an empty set. Trips to his right, 2 to his left. Fedorchik. Back to pass, looking right, looking, sets, fires across the middle, throws it high and incomplete. The intended receiver was Nick Remick, and flag comes in.
The ball was over the top, over the head of Nick Remick, and Nick Remick got chipped on an uncatchable ball, and he really had alligator arms on that one, and as he should have been, because he had a linebacker coming right down on top of him. He's down on the ground, took his helmet off. He's laying down. Well, hopefully he's okay.
Is that going to be a late hit, Chuck?
Well, I think it was one of those, maybe an unnecessary roughness. You've heard that. And if the flag is actually down, it's one of those. You can't hit an unprotected receiver. And I think that's what happened there, Scott.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Minot State University, a big penalty there against the Coyotes.
That's exactly what it is, like hitting a defenseless player. So Saints get a 1st down via a penalty, but hey, it's a 1st down, and they're in Coyote territory.
9:51 to go, opening quarter, no score on the BNC Bank scoreboards again. Fedorchik, empty backfield, trips to his right, 2 to his left. Fedorchik barks out the signals. Back to pass, he wants to run, he's going to keep it, goes left, gets to the outside, turns upfield, and he's run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 5 there for Fedorchik.
He's pushed out of bounds by number 6, Jackson Caminez.
Gabriel Vernon pushed him out of bounds, but good heads-up play there by the quarterback. Nobody open, so he just tucked it and ran.
2nd down and 6, a gain of 4 there for Fedorchik again. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, trips right now. They motion man from left to right. They toss it to him, gets by one defender, trying to get to the edge, and good pursuit by the Coyotes and run out of bounds there. That was Conrad Culber as on the jet sweep, and may have got a yard.
Brings up a 3rd down and 6 for St. Mary's.
There'll be a 3rd down and 6 now for the Saints. Again, same formation. They go empty. Fedorchuk barks out the signals. Fedorchuk back to pass, steps up. He's got room. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Down to the 25. And spun down at the 24-yard line goes Sam Fedorchuk. Braden Lund makes a stop there for the Coyotes. So it's a first down for the Saints.
Just a one-step drop. He looked and he saw the completely huge opening in the middle, and he, again, did the smart play. Said, hey, I got to get 6 yards. I know I can get 6 yards, and picked up even more than that, getting all the way down to the 24. 17 yards, Scott.
What are we going to have here? We're going to have our first Hubbard National Insurance timeout of the ball game. Call Hubbard National Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. 9:26 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints 0, Coyotes 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
Fedorchuk rolling to his left. He's on the move. He gets to the edge at the 20, 15, and not out of bounds there. Enough for a first down at the 13-yard line. Walker Michael runs him out of bounds for the Coyotes.
Well, this is the running on the legs of Sam Fedorchuk. He's in a pistol formation, and it's not necessarily a run-pass option. It's the pass, there's nobody there because Williston's dropping deep, so Fedorchuk is taking what the defense has given him.
Saints in the Serpro red zone, first down and 10 from the 12. Fedorchuk back to pass, steps up across the middle. He's got a man, caught. Touchdown, St. Mary's. On the reception there was Conrad Culber, and the Saints get in the end zone at the 9:13 mark of quarter number 1.
And cool in the pocket was Sam Fedorchuk. He watched, he waited until his outside receiver, Conrad Culber, came across the middle, and the little sidearm slinger, Scotty, perfectly thrown ball, almost hit him in the hands and popped up in the air a la Tony last night, if you remember that one. But he caught it and stepped into the end zone. So nice catch, great drive.
What was that, 12 yards?
It was 12-yard catch, yeah, absolutely.
On to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up. It appears good. And it is 9:13 to go in quarter number 1 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. St. Mary's 7, Coyotes 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've probably been helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Heinert to kick it away. Nice short kick there. St. Romain takes it at his 12, and he's trying to find some room, and he gets to the outside, turns it upfield, and runs into his own defender. A little stiff arm, throws him out of bounds.
Well, you give the tackle to Vetter. If you're the one who gets pushed backwards about 5 yards, David Vetter came up, but he bounced up, and he's the first one across the field.
So the Coyotes will start 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. They trail. Oh, the extra point was no good. Okay.
And Heinert, he was a tight end except until this week. I know how that works. And so he went from 81 to 52.
We'll be all right by the second half, big fella.
Second half. Come on, this possession, we got it.
Bloom, they motion St. Romain, and they toss it to Michael. Michael's got room over the right side. He's across the 35. Falls forward to the 38-yard line, goes Walker Michael on a good run there. And a good play on first down for the Coyotes.
Yeah, and one of the things we had heard from watching a little bit of film is the runners for Coyotes weren't hitting the hole super hard. And, boy, that was one nice toss play, Scott. He squared his shoulders, and he was totally running downhill. Walker Michael, the senior tailback.
Isn't it kind of like basketball, Chuck? You can't teach size, and in football you can't teach vision.
Absolutely.
Does that correlate? Second down and short, we'll call it 3 to go for the Coyotes. Alex Bloom, 2 receivers left, single receiver left, 2 right. They're going to throw it down the sideline. St. Romain, and that's going to be intended for there. That was Jaden Tanner, as on the coverage was Sam Fedorchak, close to a pass interference, but a no call there.
He had man-to-man on the outside receiver, and the ball was thrown way high in the air, Scott, on just a fly route by Jaden Tanner. And Sam Fedorchak showed his speed. He recovered and then slowed down enough to not run into the receiver, so no defensive pass interference.
3rd down and 3 now for the Coyotes. Alex Bloom, the quarterback. Hands off, Michael going right. Michael turns upfield, moves his feet. He's got enough for the first down. Good surge over that right side. And the Coyotes pick up their first down of the ball game.
And, yeah, good hard push. And he was carrying Roman Barnes, a 6'6", 260 sophomore that Barnes jumped on. And Walker Michael said, hey, I'm going to take you for a ride.
6-0 our score on the BNC Bank scoreboard here from Schmieker Field. BNC National Bank, your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank. As the play clock is down to 7, they got to hurry. Bloom does.
His mouth guard isn't in. See if they call it.
Bloom, hands off. New back in the backfield there for the Coyotes. That was...
On the carry for the Coyotes, number...
What was 42, but I don't have him on the roster. So I don't know who 42 is.
And he's not on the other run. Even the guys at St. Mary's are going, 42, wait, who's that? So our updated roster is, we do not have a 42 on it? We'll try to track that one down.
We'll try to track that one down, but he picked up a yard there, bring up 2nd down and 9. 7:05 to go, opening quarter. Here's Bloom on 2nd and 9. They toss it. 42 fumbles it. Bloom picks it up. Bloom goes left, nowhere to go. Cuts back in up the middle. And he's going to be stood up as they tried to toss it. Hank Berry there to make the stop for the Saints.
And they toss it the new back in there, and he just fumbled it, hit his hands, and it went down on the ground. Heads up play by Alex Bloom, but he turned upfield, and the flow of the St. Mary's defense was right on him. So a big 3-yard tackle for loss by Hank Berry.
42 is Jaden Wilson.
All right.
Thank you to Coach Conley for that update. Jaden Wilson.
Coach Conley?
Yeah, that's what I call him, Coach Conley.
He's their AD.
He's the coach. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Athletic director, coach, you name it.
People might have been wondering, why is he
Bloom down the near side. He's got a man out there, and falling down was Jaden Tanner.
That same play, Scott, they ran before, and this time it was Fedorchak on him again, and he reached out with the right hand at the perfect timing and knocked it down. I mean, as good of a quarterback as Fedorchak seems to be becoming, last year his spot was at free safety, that's what he lined up as, but did a lot of man-to-man, and he was man-to-man on the outside again there. Super talented.
Aiden Sander back to kick it away. Good snap. High kick, short kick. Takes a Coyote bounce at the 40 and bounces down to the 38-yard line. Prince Teagan down there to down it for the Coyotes, and that's where the Saints will take over.
So 21-yard punt. The first punt just 23 yards. So the Saints good field position again for their second possession.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. As the Saints now on 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Empty backfield for Fedorchak. Back to pass. Fedorchak steps up he's got all kinds of time. He can write a book, throws it near sideline, and it's caught. Aiden Price, and he goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line, goes Price.
Great job by the offensive line, Scott. Fedorchak had all kinds of time. He looked his first, second, third receiver, and his backup receiver on the weak side was Aiden Price. Hit him in the hands, almost dropped it 1, 2, 3 times, but caught it and stepped out of bounds.
2nd down and 6. Clock stops. 5:50 to go. Opening quarter play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Fedorchak, low snap. He's going to go straight up the middle. He's got some room. He's out near midfield. Bulls his way towards the midfield stripe. He's got the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Branham makes a stop there for the Coyotes, but it'll be a first down at midfield. And quickly to the line of scrimmage go the St. Mary Saints. Fedorchak, same formation. Sam, back to pass. Looks right. Pumps. Now he throws it underneath. Caught. Breaking one tackle and down to the 45. On the reception there was Conrad Kalber.
Wide receiver screen on the outside. One thing that Fedorchak is doing is he's all kinds of arm angles again, Scott. Dropped the arm down to the right side, got underneath the shoulder pad or the arm, extended arm of the defensive lineman, right to Kalber on the wide receiver screen. Picked up just 1 yard.
Well, he picked up 6. They got it 2nd and 4.
No, he had 5 yards on the.
Now they hand it off there on the carry forward. That was Harrison Reichert. But a flag comes in now.
Yep, 6-yard pickup. My mistake. You're right again, Scott, as usual.
Holding call against the Saints. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturday 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. 2nd down and 14 now for the Saints. Ball spotted on their own 46-yard line. Fedorchak back to pass. Takes a deep drop. Sets a screen up. Throws. Caught midfield. And, boy, read nicely there. Pass was completed there to Connor Schatz, but there's another flag down. It's going to be holding again against St. Mary's.
Yeah, there's a reason that he's getting all that time is apparently they're holding back-to-back holding possessions. So they had 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line of Williston. Now you got 20 yards and penalties. You'll take it back. Now it's 2nd and 26.
Yep, so they'll move that one back again. So now the Saints got to get all the way down to the Coyote 40-yard line. And this is where the Coyote defense has got to step up right here for their head coach, Mark Kennedy. They got it 2nd and 14, but it's a lot longer than that. Fedorchak.
It's 2nd and 26.
Yep. Throws it out in the flat. It's going to be caught there and brought down immediately. Harrison Reichert.
A good quick tackle by the Coyote defense.
Hurst on the stop for the Coyotes. So
free safety came up, read it all the way. First catch of the season there for Harrison Reichert.
3rd down and a whole bunch again. Saints go the same formation. Ball spotted to right hash. Now they motion. They toss it. That's Price trying to get to the edge, and Price is going to be brought down for a loss. Back at the 34-yard line, Jaden Tanner.
Price tried to get outside, and Tanner was not buying it. He showed his wheels. He got.
I think that was Braden Lundchuk. 15 was the corner on that side.
It was a great play by the corner, Braden Lund on that side, that came from behind him, tracked him down, pulled him down. Actually, a tackle for loss back at the 33-yard line.
Low driving kick. St. Marin adjusting his gloves. He gathers it at the 21. Angles near side. Trying to find the edge. Jabs left. Stutter step. Now turns the corner. Now he's got room. 45, 50. 45 still on his feet, and Laundry all over the field here.
You know, a great individual effort by St. Germain on that punt all the way back to the 21-yard line. So this is going to negate a 39, almost a 40-yard return, just his individual effort. The blocks that they showed, it was behind the play. It was 10 yards behind them that wasn't necessary. But as a lineman, you blocked it, or as a block, you go to the whistle, right? And so ultimately, two officials saw it at the 38-yard line. Oh, so it was they've got it all. These are some blindside blocks. So, and the definition of that is they used to be legal, and now they're not. If you don't, as a defender, if you're coming up to make a tackle and somebody comes out of your blindside and hits you, that is not an illegal block. You got to be within his sight, and I'm sure that. You know, that was a tough call, but two officials were right there on it. So that's going to negate a huge play that could have been first and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Saints, or for Williston. So it's going to take him all the way back to almost where the ball was, where he caught the football, the 24-yard line.
Yeah. So the Coyotes, after a nice return there from Isaiah St. Romain, will start first and 10 from their own 24-yard line, trailing 6-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 3:12 left to go here in quarter number 1. Homecoming night, St. Mary's Central High School. Looks like the weather's moved out of here and traveling east. Here's Bloom, lone back behind him. That's Wilson. He gets the ball, goes right, and bowls across the 25 for a couple yards there. Jaden Wilson. Roman Barnes makes a stop there for the Saints. It'll be a gain of 2. Or no, they're going to say it's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Barnes just ripped him down, bulldogged him forward. That's how he gained 2 yards. He just swung him around and threw him forward.
Casey Storbakken gets the ball. He goes over the right side, and nice little gain there. Good hard run there by Storbakken over that right side behind Zug and Goodman.
And that's been the guys they want to run behind, Scott. That right tackle and right guard, returning starters from last year. Zug goes 240. He's a senior. Goodman goes 210, and he's a senior. So those two guys have been playing together for a while, and that's kind of where their bread is buttered. And then Hunter King, the center, that threesome has really been especially against Red Rivers, where they made a whole bunch of yards.
3rd down and 5 now for the Coyotes from their own 29-yard line. Minute 57 to play, quarter number 1. Bloom, the junior quarterback, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it going right, turns upfield, breaks a tackle, and he goes out of bounds, and he's got enough for the first down as he's run out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line by Hank Berry. But a good call there by the Coyotes coaching staff and move the chains, and the Coyotes have a 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line, trailing 6-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
What created that, Scott, was a great ball fake by the quarterback, Alex Bloom, as St. Mary's, the inside linebackers, totally bid on that. So when he pulled it and went to the outside, he had all kinds of room.
Interesting formation there. Handoff goes. That was to Owen Cook.
Cook a wide out, sometimes plays that extra back. They bring him in. They handed the ball off to him, and it was kind of a slot formation.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by the Pigskin Preview, published by the Printers Inc. Get your Pigskin Preview today. 23rd year for this publication. Order online at ndpigskin.com. Books are $20 each, plus shipping unless you pick up your copy at the printer's office. It's North Dakota's #1 resource for high school and college coaches and players. A must-have for North Dakota football fans. 2nd down and 8 now after that 2-yard gain by Cook. Saints show blitz. They come, and, boy, that's going to get blown up in the backfield as that's Hank Berry one more time, and that's going to be a big loss for the Coyotes back to
And one thing,
the 32-yard line.
Sorry, Toby Schweitzer loves to do, Scott, is send his linebackers. Schweitzer not only the head coach, but he's also the defensive coordinator. He makes those calls on the sidelines, and he likes to get guys going. And when you got guys like Richter and Barry and McHugh, they are quick to the backfield, which they showed right there for a big tackle for loss of 4 yards.
3rd down and 12 now for the Coyotes. Bloom back to pass, looks left, steps up. He's going to run, but he can't get out of the hands of big number 72 there for the Saints. Jackson Barth makes a stop, so the Coyotes will be forced to punt, and I believe we're going to do that after quarter number 1 as the clock down to 3 seconds to, and yes, that will be it as quarter number 1 is in the books. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's St. Mary's 6, the Coyotes 0. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one, okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here, let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, 1 quarter in the books here on homecoming night as Sander goes back in punt formation for the Coyotes. Snap is good. Low driving kick, fielded, and falling down on it right there was Aiden Price. So now the Saints will have good field position as they start quarter number 2 here from Dan Schmieker Field.
22-yard punt again, so he's averaging 22 yards on 3 punts. So Saints, again, great field position on their own 44-yard line.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They have over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As a factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com.
BNC Bank scoreboard, Century over Cheyenne 10-0.
Oh, wow.
1 minute left in the first, and Shanley and South are tied 7-7.
Okay, 1st and 10 now for the Saints from their own 44-yard line. Back to pass goes Fedorchak. He's flushed out to the right, throws it underneath, caught at the 49, and turning upfield for the Saints, that was Connor Schatz.
Yeah, Schatz, he's been their favorite receiver.
Oh, that was Remick, actually. Yep, that was Nick Remick on the reception there.
Yeah, Remick had 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown last week. Not 11, it was 1.
Who's in there? We got a new guy. We got a new player in there at for the Saints at right. No, we don't. Is that big 70? No, 79. And with no area to run, and now he finally found some room on the carry there. That was Harrison Reichert getting a lot of activity, not a starter.
Well, they're putting everybody in. I mean,
yeah, they got big number 70. Is that 70? I don't have him on my roster for the Saints. 2nd down and 9. Back to pass. Fedorchak. He looks down the middle of the field, throws it up. It's a jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Culber.
That's got to be a flag, Scott. That is the most blatant interference you've ever seen.
But I think on the other side, the couple plays against the Coyotes, it was kind of the same defense played.
Well, I'm going to say no. Ultimately,
okay.
The ball was underthrown, so the receiver, Barry, was trying to come back for it, and he got hit head on by the
3rd and 9 now.
Coyote cornerback.
Fedorchak throws it out in the flat, caught out there by Remick. He turns upfield. He's got the 1st down and more as he's across the 35 down to the 34 goes Harrison Remick. Well, they said it was Price, but I had it as Harrison Reichert.
That was 4.
Yep, Harrison Reichert.
We're looking through rain in our face, so it's not like it's a mystery man that's going on here.
Fedorchak, he's going to keep it. Angles to the near side, breaks the tackle, tried to break it out of another one, and he's going to be brought down back at, I believe, the original line of scrimmage. He had positive yards, but then he angled toward the sideline, and that brought him back towards the original line of scrimmage. So now they're going to give him a gain of Give him a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 now. 9:57 to go here. Opening half of play.
4 carries, 29 yards for the quarterback, Fedorchik.
Now we got a flag.
False start, offense, number 52.
So false start by the new guard, Easton Reichert. He's just trying to get the plays down at left guard, but he's doing a good job right now for the Saints. It's Easton Heinert, excuse me if I think I called him Reichert, but Easton Heinert, Casey Heinert, remember that name, Scotty?
Yeah, I do. How could he not?
Good football player for the Saints back in the day.
So here we go on 2nd down and 9 for the Saints. 9:33 left to go, opening half a play. Fedorchik looks left, throws left, and it's going to be caught there by Kalber. He breaks a tackle, 30, and he's down to the 29-yard line. Goes Conrad Kalber. Braden Lund there on the stop for the Coyotes.
They like that wide receiver screen, Scott. The inside man for the Saints is Cortland Eberle, and he came in and had a nice block, freed up the receiver Kalber to pick up, give him 6 yards?
Bud Edsold calling the plays. Longtime legendary coach in the state of North Dakota.
Yeah, we talked a lot about him.
Head boys basketball coach. And, that was tipped at the line of scrimmage as Fedorchik stepped up, and it was tipped. So now the Saints will be faced with a 4th down and 4, and I'm guessing they're going to go for it from their own 28-yard line with 8:46 to go in the opening half of play here from Dan Schmieker Field.
Good underneath coverage by the linebacker for the Coyotes, right there knocking that away.
Fedorchik, ball spotted on his left hash, back to pass. He's pressure coming, steps up, throws back across his body. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, forward progress was all the way up to the 20-yard line. Good job by the official on the sidelines. Recognized he caught it, got driven backwards all the way back to the 25, but they're going to give forward progress to the 21, 7-yard pickup and another 1st down, Scott.
Yeah, Conrad Kalber gets another reception there, so the Saints are nearing the Serve Pro red zone.
8 of 9 right now for Sam Fedorchik.
Fedorchik on 1st and 10 from his own 21-yard line. Fedorchik, they hand off to the near side on the carry. That's Reichert, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 3 there as Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
Coach Schweitzer loves getting things in and out, saying, hey, we might not be very quick, but we got a lot of endurance, so we're going to try to be in and out of the huddle, and we're going to beat you by being quicker.
Back to pass. Fedorchik looks right. Now he rolls to his right. Now here's a holding going to be called. It breaks out of one tackle. He's at the 15 and steps out of bounds at the 10, but we're going to get a holding call back here at the 21-yard line, and I think the guilty party is going to be Roman Barnes.
That's a tough call, Sky. He actually took the guy down. He shoved him right into the ground, and then he kind of laid on him, and that's when the official threw it at him. That's one of those tough ones if you're Roman Barnes, a sophomore, you're saying, hey, I got a pancake, basically. I shoved him right into the ground. You can't lay on him. That's what he did.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options and make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit mynotbraces.com today to get started with a free consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics.
That's going to negate a nice run and a 1st down. Would be 1st down by Fedorchik.
We got a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agent, Josh Cattell and Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal business insurance needs. 7:38 to go, opening half a play on the BNC Bank scoreboard at St. Mary's 6, Williston 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
7:38 to go in the opening half. Saints lead 6-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. A little scoreboard update, Chuck.
Century over Cheyenne, 10-7 now, just starting the second quarter. Shanley and South still tied in period 1, and West Fargo 16 buff over Legacy.
Well, 6-0 here. 7:38 to go. Second down and 16 for the Saints. Fedorchuk back to pass. Looks across the middle, and he throws it too far ahead of the intended receiver. That looks like Culber.
Pass intended for number 9, Aiden Price.
Nope, Aiden Price, the intended receiver.
Yeah, 9. Good coverage over the top by, this time I really think it was 18, Scott. I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. Yes, it was that time.
Deep post, and if he would have waited just a little bit more, he would have freed up and had him open.
Third down and 16 now for the Saints. Culber back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He gets rid of it, throws it, and I think it's picked off on the far sideline. Yep.
Tanner.
And that's going to be Tanner on the interception as he stepped in front of that underthrown pass, and the Coyotes come up with a big defensive stand here with 7:26 to go in the opening half. That's what the Coyotes needed there.
Ill-advised throw there, but it's 3rd and 16, so it was deep and good pressure underneath. I think they brought up a linebacker. When they threw the ball to the outside, it just kind of fluttered. I don't think that was the intended receiver for St. Mary's. There was 2 guys within 2 yards of each other, and ultimately it was the backside cornerback who made the interception.
So the Coyotes take over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Bloom hands off. Nice move there, and he stood up immediately. That's Storbakken.
On the carry for the Coyotes, number 31,
Casey Storbakken. It's going to be no gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Coyotes.
Saints scored their first possession, Scott, a 12-yard reception on there. They drove all the way down, got a 1st and goal, 1st and 10 at the 12. Culber caught that touchdown, so that's been the only score today.
2nd down and 10 now for the Coyotes. Bloom, they toss it. Storbakken trying to get to the edge, and he can't as he is blowing up there. And they're going to say the forward progress is at the 19-yard line. Tevin Freet makes a stop. Is it Freet?
Yeah, it's Freed.
Okay.
Freed, not with just the D. But Tevin Freed, the nose guard, he wasn't starting before. Now he's starting nose guard, and he's showing there why is Toby Schweitzer's defense. They're bringing it today.
Yes, they are. It'll be 3rd down and 15 now for the Coyotes. Bloom sends 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to his right. Bloom back to pass, looking. He throws out in the flat, caught Mitchell, and brought down immediately at the 26-yard line.
Tanner with the catch.
Jaden Tanner, sorry, not Mitchell, Jaden Tanner.
Just a short out pattern. Saints were playing a little bit deeper off the ball there, so they ran just a quick hitter to the outside. Tanner caught it, but the Saints recovered immediately. So they're going to get the ball with over 5 minutes to go here in this first half, so lots of time, and they'll have great field position. If you just went by the 22-yard punt that he's been averaging, Scott, that's going to get him out to the 48-yard line, so we'll see what happens.
Aiden Price back to receive at midfield. Low snap, Tanner gets it. Low driving kick, a good one there. Takes a Coyote bounce, and it's going to roll all the way down to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take over. 1st and 10. Leading 6-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard with 5:14 to go. BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank.
Kicked it away from from Aiden Price. Smart play by the punter. Price did not want to come up and take the chance when the rain here with the slippery football potential. He just let it bounce, and it bounced forward about 15 yards.
Oh yeah, that's big number 79, Shane Hoff, in there at the right tackle spot now. I thought it was 70, but it was 79.
And he's 6'6", 300-pound junior. Got some playing time, I know, in the first game when we watched him.
Saints handoff, and on the carry there for the Saints, that's David Vetter, 5'9", 155-pound freshman.
He's had a few carries, not a lot of success, but he's just a tough kid. You hear his name a lot on special teams. He's made some big tackles this year.
3 carries now for 2 yards. That's going to be a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Fedorchuk. Low snap, goes and gets it. Back to pass across the middle. He's got a man caught and brought down right after the first down marker on the reception there. Aiden Price again. Jaden Tanner on the stop for the Coyotes. Move the chains. Clock stops and a first down for the Saints.
Good hard throw by Fedorchuk that time. He didn't float it in. He threw the fastball. It's what they needed. 12-yard pickup there. Good first half. And that's nice that you see Fedorchuk not freaking out after he got the interception on the last possession.
Fedorchuk again, back to pass, throws it underneath, and he threw it behind his intended receiver, Nick Remick.
Remick was open to an underneath route. He may have had a step on Tanner with nobody on the outside. Watch that route. I bet they come back to that one. He just ran underneath the linebackers. And
2nd down and 10 now for the Saints. 4:17 left to go here in the opening half of play. Fedorchuk back to pass, steps up. Throws it under pressure, and it's going to be caught in front of Jaden Tanner on the reception there. That was Culber. So it'll be a first down, move the chains, and now the Saints are in Coyote territory.
A Price on that one. Actually made that catch. Aiden Price.
Made that? Was that Price?
Yeah, it was Price. Second catch of the day, and another first down for Price.
Fedorchuk throws it high for his intended receiver there. That was Nick Remick. Couldn't quite stretch up high enough to catch that one, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Saints.
Yes, 4 different guys have caught the football for the Saints. So sharing the wealth a little bit. Culber's his favorite receiver, but Reichert's caught 2. Price has caught 2.
Now Brady Ruggles comes in there for the Saints.
And Ruggles is a guy he's had 3 catches already in the season. Just a sophomore, but big kid, 6'4", 190.
Fedorchuk back to pass. Backside pressure. Fedorchuk all the way back. He throws it, and it's going to be short and incomplete, but he had to get rid of that as he was being pressured there by Taden Turcotte, along with Wyatt Kilgore.
And he was way back. He was about 15 yards deep and did a smart play. He was outside the pocket, knew he wasn't going to complete it, but wasn't going to take the sack. So he's learned now in 3 games, just throw it where nobody else is at, just take an incompletion.
Corton Eberle in the ball game, split wide left. Now back to pass Fedorchuk. Fedorchuk again. Here comes Turcotte from the blind side. Flag goes down. Fedorchuk just throws it out of bounds, and here comes a late hit.
Ooh, so you got a holding probably by the Saints, and then a late hit by the Coyotes. It might have been Turcotte, I think, Scott, who hit him. He's running away right now, saying, I don't see my number. But I think he's the one who hit it late after the release on the throw by Fedorchuk. What are they going to call it? We had backwards.
Number 52. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 88. Penalties offset. Replay 3rd down.
So they'll replay it, just so we talked about holding initially, and then the late hit on the quarterback. So neither one of those penalties count?
Nope.
We'll try it again.
So we'll try it one more time on 3rd down and 10. 3:36 to play here, opening half. 6-0, Saints lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Fedorchuk on 3rd down and 10. Back to pass. Here comes pressure. He throws it up for grabs, and it's caught and dragging defenders into the end zone. No, all the way down to the 3-yard line on the reception there. That was Aiden Price, and a miracle grab there as there was 2 Coyote defenders right in the area.
Should have been intercepted, Scott. It looked like, I don't know if it went through his arms or just a better individual effort on a 50-50 ball. The ball was just thrown up in the air and 3rd and deep, and he caught it and just kept turning the feet forward, and finally inside the 5-yard line, got to the 3, so 39-yard pitch and catch.
Coyotes now are inside the Serve Pro Red Zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. We got Hubbard International Insurance timeout on the field 3:06 to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's St. Mary's 6, Williston 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Ackerman Estvold is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces.
Saints have it first and goal from the 3. They give it to Price.
Now it was a toss to Culber.
It's a toss to Culber, okay.
Little misdirection play as Culber was kind of coming in motion to the right side. And it was a toss by the quarterback. He just got just short of the end zone.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage goes Fedorchak. Quarterback sneak. Appears that he's driven backwards.
Yeah, whoa, what a huge push by the Coyotes. Nose guard on that play, Wyatt Kilgore.
Yeah, Kilgore.
Man.
That was a big defensive play there.
They tried to do like a quick snap and lost 2 yards.
3rd down and 2. Now Fedorchak comes to the sideline to get the play.
That wasn't good. the quick snap count, Wilson had that thing pegged.
Yeah, well, Fedorchak's got to go quick because there's 8 on the play clock. Now dripping down to 3, and now they've got to take a Hubbard National Insurance timeout due the Saints.
It's good.
Yep, good timeout. 2:05 to go. Opening half a play at the BNC Bank scoreboard at St. Mary's 6, Williston 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Estvold is an experienced team of architects and civil engineers committed to achieving the best possible solution for every project. Over the past 20 years, our team has been trusted with jobs big and small throughout the state, from major flood protection projects to county roads, classroom walls, and community spaces. We will be your partner through the initial design to final construction. Trust the Ackerman Estvold team with your next project.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. With more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education, MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University. Well, the Saints on a 3rd down and 2 to go inside the Serpro red zone. Reichert alongside quarterback Sam Fedorchak. Fedorchak rolling to his right, looks underneath. Oh, he's got Reichert. Now he throws back across the middle, and it's going to be caught in the end zone. Aiden Price, touchdown St. Mary's from 2 yards out.
Yeah, he had a guy open initially. I think it was Reichert, as you said, Scott, and he didn't throw it to him. And then he looked to the backside with Price coming all the way on the backside, and it looked like St. Romain was standing right next to him, and I don't think he was expecting the ball to be thrown. So 2nd touchdown to Aiden Price in the day, and what a great drive by the Saints to put a nice cap on that first half for them.
Heinert on to attempt the extra point. He missed the first one. Snap is good. Hold is down. The kick is up. Ooh, just a little bunt kick, and it's up, and it's good. Touchdown, timeout. Minute 57 to go. Opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. St. Mary's 13, Williston 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Well, Chuck, that play there, that touchdown there was set up by that miraculous catch between 2 Coyote defenders, and then it was a 2-yard touchdown pass from Fedorchak to Price, and the Saints lead 13-0.
Yeah, you go right back to the guy who got you down there, Aiden Price. So he's the one who picked up the final. That was a final 42 yards of that touchdown drive.
Kick taken by an up man, 30 out to the 35, and on the return there for the Coyotes, that was Dylan Ekblad, the freshman.
This has been a nice resurgent half for the Saints. I would have said they probably would have came in with Williston maybe favored, ultimately. Now it hurts to have, as we talked about, Landon Riley, your fullback, your stud, wrestler, fullback, middle linebacker, and he's not here today.
Not available. So the Coyotes, with 1:52 to go, start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Bloom. Now they motion St. Romain, high snap, and Bloom keeps it. Everybody runs by him, and Bloom makes something out of nothing as he gets it down to the 40-yard line. Connor Schatz makes the stop there for the Saints. So the Coyotes dodged a bullet.
First play of the game, or one of the first series, St. Romain makes a catch. I don't know if they've thrown to him since, Scott, but they've done a really good job right now on top of St. Romain. Now, is it the rain, the wet field potentially, the ball, or whatever it is? But I would say it's more likely it's just good defense. The pressure has been all over the quarterback. He just has not had time to throw.
So the Coyotes on a 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Saints show blitz. Barry coming. He's picked up. Bloom's going to come near side. Little shimmy shake move there, but he's going to be stood up, and the coaching staff jumping all around on the sideline. The defensive play there by the nose guard, that was Freet.
There is timeouts for the Coyotes. Have a timeout, but they don't seem too interested in.
Yep, he just used it. Okay. We've got Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Hubbard National Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Bismarck. 44.4 seconds to play. Saints 13, Coyotes 0 in the opening half. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
44.4 seconds of play. Reminder, we'll have our Sport Clips intermission report coming up. Might get a chance to talk with Dan Schmieker. And stay tuned at the conclusion of this one, our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com.
Well, I would be having bracket coverage on St. Romain, I can promise you that.
High backfield behind Bloom. Bloom rolling to his left. He's got to step up. Now he gets out of the pocket. He's on the move to the far sideline, turns upfield, trying to get out of bounds, and John Richter runs him out of bounds, and he does. They stop the clock after the first down with 35.1 seconds to play.
Got flushed out of the pocket right away, but heads-up play. His receiver was covered, got that first down, got out of bounds, clock stopped, 35 seconds.
And St. Romain coming back to the huddle with that body ling and just like, come on, man, throw me the football.
Give me the rock, man.
Yeah,
give me a chance. And you know what? A guy like that, I've watched some of the catches he's made on film, and it's like he's double covered, and he's still going up in the air and bringing him down. Yeah, so he just hasn't a chance to square his shoulders, the quarterback.
Now they motion. Now they give it to St. Romain, and he's trying to make something happen. Comes near side, puts his head down, and goes forward. Flag's going to come in. And it came from the back judge.
The tackle was made by Remick. He went down low to make the tackle. The call was, their flag was behind the play. A little pitch to St. Romain on a reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be in the 48-yard line. So short pickup on the play. I think they had marked the ball, in the 48 of the Saints. So he picked up 3 yards technically.
but they're going to go back from the point where the holding occurred.
Yep.
So all the way back to the 38-yard line.
All the way back to the 38-yard line. 27.3 to play. Opening half. Here's Bloom. Back to pass. Steps up, throws it down the near side. He's got a man out there, and just mistiming his jump there. That was Owen Cook. Charles Richter on the coverage there for the Saints, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 20 to go now for the Coyotes.
Safeties are solid. I mean, Charles Richter, backup quarterback, but great, strong safety. Just a sophomore. You're going to hear his name for a couple more years as well. Just a tough, gritty kid, wrestler, 152-pounder.
Coyotes trying to get the play in with 9 on the play clock, and I don't think the Coyotes have any timeouts left. They do not, so they got to hurry and get this one off. Does Bloom. Bloom takes a snap, but throws it down the far side. He throws it out there, and it's going to be picked off and out of bounds there. That was on the Colbert. Colbert make the interception there, and
that was the bracket coverage on.
Well, that was intended. That was intended for Jaden Tanner, I do believe.
Yeah, they just threw it to the backside, threw it up in the air, and the deep safety, Colbert, came over the top, almost like it was thrown to him, caught it, went out of bounds.
Yeah,
he's down with a cramp. Well, it's pretty cool for a cramp. 65 degrees right now.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store, located in South Broadway in Minot. Is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. The UPS store.
It's the first half that Alex Bloom's going to want to forget. 1 for 7, 2 yards. The throw inside.
Yeah, offensively, it's been a little bit of a struggle for the Coyotes.
It's 3 first downs for the Coyotes. So the Saints, they're pretty much going to take a knee, I'm going to assume, right? Maybe not. Maybe not make that assumption.
Yeah, well.
They got a timeout, so maybe you want to try some quick outside pass or something, see what you get, call a quick timeout, or maybe you pick up 30 yards and you can get to the end zone.
Yeah, Prince Teagan comes in there now for. Well, we apologize there as our picture has gone away. So we'll do the best we can to tell you what happens here as Mother Nature raising a little bit of Cain with us today.
Also at halftime, be sure to stop by the ticket tables on the plaza to purchase your fall raffle tickets. Our students are selling tickets for a chance to win.
9 seconds left to play as they still tend to Colbert on the far sideline, but I don't know what we're waiting for. I think they're waiting for him to get up, and I think he can. Saints offense is out there.
I think they can go. They're just waiting. He's going to.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, they're saying he's got to go to their sideline.
Okay. That's why.
Sausage, eggs, coffee, and juice. The free will offering in all funds will go to support band students attending the 2024 band tour to Orlando.
So.
Also at halftime, dry off a little bit and check out the Shark Tank.
Here come the Saints on 1st down and 10 from their own 25-yard line, leading this 13-0. The BNC Bank scoreboard. It doesn't, and Fedorchuk's just going to take a knee, and that's going to end the opening half here from Schmieker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School as we go to break on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's St. Mary's 13, the Coyotes 0. We'll be back with our Sport Clips intermission report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. High right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. High right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank. With with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
That's it.
Welcome back to our Sport Clips intermission report as 13-0 the Saints lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As the homecoming court now, as the rain does continue to come down as we look at the lights, and again we'll try to get this camera fixed for you here, but again the rain still coming down and raising havoc with us, but nonetheless, Chuck, 13-0 score at the break, and well,
good half for St. Mary's.
Yep.
In terms of yardage, they probably had almost 160 yards, and then they held Williston to hardly any yards. And when we come back from maybe a break, see if we can't get the camera fixed. But I'm with you, Scott. I think St. Mary's played so well in that first half. That was an impressive, both offensively and defensively. It's the half you talked about before the game, saying they wanted to see something right, and they've done a lot of good things in that first half.
Yeah, they certainly have. And Mark Kennedy and his Coyote team, they just need to figure some things out offensively, and certainly not out of this game, as our Sport Clips intermission report rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, welcome back to our Sport Clips MVP report. As I'd like to welcome you inside the press box. Chuck Claremont, Scott Wood. Oh, now we got a freeze here. So Chuck, that ain't gonna work. That I don't know what we did there, but that's not a good look. But we'll go back to our intermission report and join us right now. Hey, Coach Dan Schmieker. Coach, congratulations, man. But I guess I got to ask you. You know, how is it? How's it been for the first few weeks of football season in unfamiliar territory?
It's okay.
There we go. Go ahead.
Alex plays football and is involved.
It's been good. It's been okay. It's a little different today and a little strange. First time I've ever been up in the press box here during a game.
First time you ever been up in a press box during a game, but certainly, you know, again, I know those decisions are never easy, but you know, I guess it's a situation of you just felt that the time was right, and maybe let's just say the time has come.
You know, I can't go on forever, I guess. Yeah, very hard decision. I thought about it a long time, and it just and I always told myself, if you ever start wondering if you should coach, then you probably shouldn't. And it just got to be, it just started crossing my mind. And I guess there's never a good time, there's never a right time, and but I just felt that it was, and I started this winter, you know, just kind of wondering about the grind of the off season, and so that just got me thinking in that direction, and I made the decision, and you don't look back, and it's a little bit different. It's the first time in 61 straight years I wasn't on a football field in August. So,
well, and not to mention
that kind of ages me a little bit.
Yeah, and not to mention for you, I mean, watching it from this side of the fence versus the other side of the fence, not only is it not being on the field in August, but that's got to be a little different story for you.
Yeah, it is. It's just, you know, I've actually, this is the first game I've been to. I've watched all the other games through the live streaming and from whatever I could find, but it's different, and there's things that I don't miss. But there's a tremendous amount of things that I do miss, and one of the things that I miss the most is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah,
practice and hanging out with the players and the coaches, the assistant coaches, you know, and the camaraderie that this great game of football brings around with guys like you in the media, and you know, I've known you and Chuck since you guys were kids, and I've been around that, and so, you know, you miss that kind of things, and it's the relationships. And I was one of those strange coaches that loved practice, and I had more fun in practice than I probably did even in games. So that you miss those kinds of things.
Well, we said at the start of the broadcast, Coach, that there's not many guys that can take over a head job that were your ball boy, that played for you, that coached with you, and now he took over the reins for you and Toby Schweitzer. But certainly a guy I know that you have the utmost respect for.
Well, it's like you guys, you know. I've been here a long time, and I think, you know, almost every relationship and friendship that I have come through St. Mary's football, and Toby is one of them. And like I said, he was the water boy, ball boy when he was 7, 8, and 9, and then he played, and so something like 40 some years that he was on the sidelines with me. So just a great friendship. But I guess that's the best thing that comes out of high school sports, and maybe any sport. But you know, I love this great game of football because the number of kids that can get a chance to have success at it. Talent doesn't necessarily mean that but you need to get on the field. Big hearts and some toughness, but just you know, my whole life has been around football, and the relationships that I've gotten from it are pretty special.
What are you doing now in the fall? I mean, what's a typical day now for Dan Schmieker? Or maybe you don't want to divulge that information. I don't know.
Some of it, no. I don't. You know, you get used to a little slower pace, but
yep.
You know, busy enough. I never had trouble staying busy,
yep.
And so I've always been able to enjoy stuff I do, and you know that, Woody. But my dog was kind of unhappy though with me because he got to go. He had 2-day practices for the first 2 weeks of August. So.
Well, Schmieker, and certainly, I know it's been fun for us and a well-deserved honor tonight. It was just a matter of time. And I know you don't like that stuff, but nonetheless, certainly well-deserved, and it was certainly a lot of fun, being on that journey with you, I know, from all of our guys in the media.
Well, thanks, guys, and I've really appreciated you guys. And like I said, I've known you two guys since you were kids, and so the relationship's pretty special. And I worked with your dad, and so him and I did the same stuff. But and then we all kind of hung out at the same places after games, so that was always fun. But anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate the coverage you've always given St. Mary's and all the good things that you've done for me.
Schmieker, appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming up, man.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy it. We'll see you soon. All right.
You.
Take care. There you have it. Legendary head coach Dan Schmieker inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight as a well-deserved honor in what he did for the St. Mary Saints football program. Chuck, I know you had an opportunity to play against him and certainly going. But, boy, I tell you what, there's not many like him.
No, and I talked about that. I know the first game of the season, just talked about how special he was, that he was one of those coaches that you loved playing against him because he always appreciated good, hard football. And I remember multiple times how generous he was and complimentary. He'd come up to me after the games and say, hey, you made a difference tonight. And it just, when you hear that from a guy like that, even if we would have won, or I think we only won one of the 3 years, but ultimately he's always very complimentary. And you talk to any player out there that played for him or played against him, there's not one guy who was a bad thing to say about Dan Schmieker.
No, and you know what I go back to, Chuck, is we look at the history of high school football right now and what we've been doing for the last how many years, but going back to those days back when you were playing and, good friend of yours, the Schmaltz brothers and Hummel and those guys, when you put your finger in the ground at legendary Hughes Field and you went at it, I mean, that just had that football atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, it totally did. And then, like you said, going against legendary coaches. And there were so many back in the day, the Bob Feeneys and you could go on and on about guys. And now, who's kind of taken over now? Now you have Coach Wingenbach from Century. He's kind of got the tenure in the West West region for sure.
Mark Gibson.
In the state and Mark Gibson. Well, of course, I was going to get to that one.
Oh, I know you were.
You can't talk about head coaches without talking about Mark Gibson. So ultimately, pretty special that Coach Schmieker came up and talked to us, Scott. I wish I had got a chance to talk to him. Unfortunately, our technology didn't work, but hey, we were working the cameras anyway, so it's cool. Good job.
Good job. Yep, fine job. We'll take a quick time out on our Sport Clips intermission report. We come back. Chuck will have a look at the first half numbers. At the break, Saints 13, Coyotes 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Well, welcome back to our Sport Clips Intermission Report. For a quick look at the first half individual and team numbers, here's Chuck.
All right, thanks, Scott. We'll do really quick, 53 seconds. For the Coyotes, Walker Michael, 2 carries, 11 yards. Alex Bloom, 7 for 18. Storbakken, 2 for 0. Jaden Wilson, 2 for 2 yards. Bloom throwing 1 of 6, 2 yards, and an interception. Isaiah St. Romain just 1 catch for 2 yards. For the Saints, Fedorchuk, 5 runs, 24 yards. Colbert, 2 runs for 2, and Harrison Reichert had 1 carry for 1 yard. Fedorchuk passing, he's had a great first half. 12 of 17, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2 guys have 4 catches today. Caden Price has 4 for 52. He has a 3-yard touchdown catch and that big 39-yard heroic catch to to set him up for that second touchdown. Conrad Culber has 4 catches for 35 yards. He has a 12-yard touchdown to get the Saints on the board initially in their first drive of the game. Then Harrison Reichert, 2 catches for 10 yards, and Nick Remick has 1 catch for 1 yard. Team statistics in that first half: the Coyotes 11 carries, 31 yards. The Saints 8 for 27. So rushing, neither team has anything going. From a throwing perspective, 2 yards passing versus 130. So overall, just 17 plays for the Coyotes for 38 yards in the first half. The Saints had 25 for 157. No fumbles in the first half. 4 punts for the Coyotes. They averaged about 25 yards a kick, and then 1 good kick for a Reichert of 46 yards. 2 penalties for the Coyotes, 25 yards. 4 for the Saints, 35 yards. 3 first downs for Williston, and then 8 for the Saints. Interceptions by each team in that first half. The one was by Conrad Culber late in the first half to stop the last drive of the Coyotes. And then on the other side, the interception was by Jaden Tanner, thwarting one of the Saints' drives back on the 28-yard line of the Coyotes. So there we are at the first half, Scott. Dominant
good
effort.
Good job, Charlie. Well, they put more time on the clock as got to get a picture with Coach Schmieker as our Sport Clips intermission report rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Back at Schmieker Field, the start of the second half, where the Saints lead 13-0. Kickoff for the Saints. The second half, the Coyotes will take over first and 10. Or excuse me, the Saints will take over first and 10 as they deferred the opening kickoff. Move some cameras from outside to inside. That seems to make a difference for us ultimately. So as we get started here, second half, the big fella's just moving upstairs and you're probably breathing a little heavy, so take a deep breath, big fella. Before we get started, go ahead, take a breath. We can get a play in here. Fedorchuk back in the pistol formation. Barry step back next to him, fake handoff. He looks to the right side, quick hitter to Aiden Price on the outside, the 27-yard line. He's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, inbounds. Tackle made on that cornerback on the outside for the Coyotes. Nope. Owen Cook made the tackle, so Saints quickly at 2nd and 6, or after a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6. They go trips formation to the left. Quick snap to Fedorchuk. He stays in the pocket. Now he's going to run right away. He gets past the 30-yard line. past the first down, going to be shoved out of bounds by Caleb Minton, but nice play and recognition, goes to the weak side as he had 3 receivers set to his left. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 on that run for Fedorchak. So good start for the Saints. 11-11 to go here in the second half, and the Saints, they seem to be picking off where they left off in that first half, Scott.
Yeah, they certainly do, as they'll have it now, 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Rain coming down heavier now than it was earlier. Here's Fedorchak. He hands off. No, he keeps it. He goes the opposite way. Misdirection play. Angle toward the sidelines and out of bounds. As he's run out of bounds there by Jaden Tanner. So that'll bring up a 2nd down, and 10 will be no gain. As, boy, it's coming now pretty good. Where is it? You be the only person that can be wrong 99% of the time is a weatherman and still keep their job. Well,
it's coming straight down now,
supposed
too.
to be out of here by 8 o'clock. Fedorchak back to pass under pressure from the backside, and he's going to be brought down. And
No, I think he got rid of it, Scott.
Did he?
And to see if they say in the grasp. Boy, it is coming down super hard. The one official's talking to the other saying, what's it going to be? And Fedorchak is saying, hey, I got rid of it, man. I don't know if he got it back to the line of scrimmage. What are they going to say? Let's see. They're still waiting. No, it is going to be an incomplete pass. So great individual effort there by Fedorchak.
Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Saints, and it is coming down good now. Trips to his right. Ball spotted to the left hash. 2 receivers to his left. Fedorchak back to pass. Eludes the pressure. Gets to the outside. Turns upfield and run out of bounds there. And, boy, he's run out of bounds there by Kilgore. And, boy, from all intents and purposes, the Coyotes turned up the defense a little bit here in this opening possession of the second half.
Back-to-back plays in the backside. Walker Michael, he came from the weak side and forced the quarterback Fedorchak out of the pocket, and going to force St. Mary's to punt.
Aiden Price back to punt it away. St. Romain stands back at his 25-yard line. Low snap, fumbled it. Oh, and Elma could have short kick. And the Coyotes get away from it, but it takes a Saints bounce, and it's going to roll down and be down there at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Coyotes will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
35-yard punt, no return.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State University. 10:25 to go. 3rd quarter of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Saints 13, Coyotes 0. Hey, a big thanks to our cameraman, Johnny Haugen, doing a great job helping us here tonight as we've got cords, equipment all over this press box right now.
Yes.
You can only imagine. Bloom, they hand off. Cook over the right side. He's got room, and he's still on his feet. Nope, he's driven back at the 25, maybe the 24-yard line.
Good push on the line of scrimmage.
Roman Barnes making the stop, but they're going to say he got it out. Yeah, it'll be a nice gain there on 1st down.
Yeah, like you said, Scott, great push in the right side. And what are you doing? Zug and Goodwin. And if you're head coach Mark Kennedy, you're saying you challenge your line at halftime.
I was just going to say
both sides saying, hey, you got to come on. You guys got to do something this half.
Here's Bloom on 2nd down and short. They give off to the Jaden Wilson in there at tailback, and he's going to be tripped up for a loss of 2. Bennett McHugh on the stop there for the Saints. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 to go for the Coyotes. And it is raining here in North Bismarck.
Wow. It's getting, we got to shut our window. It's getting inside here. We're going to get some electronic issues.
It's going to. Wow. Now they motion St. Romain. They hand off. Breaking a tackle there. And up across the 40, out to the 45-yard line goes Jaden Wilson. And Jaden Wilson picks up the 1st down and more there as he's out, too. They'll spot it right at the 45-yard line. Well, Chuck, and not only make this thing more interesting, we had a little water to the windshield here. No windshield wipers up here at St. Mary's. So,
hey,
and there goes
we've had a lot of games, Scotty. We have never had one like this.
And there goes the camera as John Haugen is down below. And we'll try to see what we can do there as they hand off. This one's Cook over the left side. Cook's got a lot of room there as he's at midfield and maybe got into Saints territory at the 49.
I may have to turn into a cameraman, Scott.
Yeah, so again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties, but
plug it into the main one here, Scotty, and I'm gonna be a cameraman.
Here's Cook as Cook gets a couple. Now the lights just went out.
Turned them off because we can't.
Okay.
Once we go live on the camera.
So there we go as Chuck Claremont now. As John Haugen has come in and he will run the camera, so we'll try to get you something as best we can here. It's a 3rd down and 3 now for the Coyotes. Ball spotted at the Saints 48-yard line. Bloom, they motion St. Romain. Now he goes behind and they hand off Wilson over the right side, and I don't think he got it. No, he didn't. He was driven back to the original line of scrimmage.
Big push from the backside for the Saints. Cortland Eberle, the outside linebacker, made the big stick.
So it'll be 4th down and 3 to go, and Mark Kennedy's going to roll the dice here in Saints territory from the Saints 48-yard line. 7:17 to play here in quarter number 3. A big 4th down and 3 now for the Coyotes. Bloom, they toss it. Here comes St. Romain, and St. Romain is not going to go anywhere as he's going to be brought down for a loss. And they're going to say, I think he was brought down at the 45, or right at the original line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know how they can mark it up at the. Maybe he was driven back, but it was a reverse toss to St. Romain, and Cortland Eberle, the outside linebacker, was not buying it, Scott. What a great job he did on back-to-back plays there. Huge turnover on downs for the St. Mary's defense.
So the Saints defense comes up big after a nice defensive stand there by the Coyotes, and now the Saints will have it 1st and 10 from the Coyote 45-yard line. They lead 13-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As now Fedorchuk's got him ready to go. Fedorchuk, he's going to keep it. He's going to go straight ahead, and he's going to be brought down. I believe that was big number 45.
Branham.
Branham.
He came in. This defense is playing with a lot more energy right now, Scott, for the Coyotes. They've definitely had a little resurgence coming out of halftime.
Yes, they did. So it'll be a loss of 2, bring up 2nd down and 12 now for the Saints. Ball spotted back at the 47-yard line. Fedorchuk trips left, 2 receivers to his right. Play clock down to 10. Fedorchuk's taking his time. Coyotes show blitz. Now they back it off. Fedorchuk back to pass. Looking. Now he's flushed out. He's all the way back at his 35. He's got 3 white jerseys. Turns upfield, and he's going to be run out of bounds there, and the ball's going to go incomplete.
Going to be a hold, though, Scott, unfortunately, back on the 42-yard line. Officials, as right when the quarterback rolled out, the flag came in late. So, I mean, you're talking about a holding penalty. Well, he picked it up now. No. Okay, what's going on? Why did he... The flag he threw back at the 42-yard line, I'm a little confused at why all of a sudden now they're just going 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. All right, I don't get that one, but okay. So
now they spot it.
That's where they threw the flag down at the 42-yard line. They're going to actually mark it at the 43.
Yep.
So that'll be a holding penalty.
It'll be 2nd down and 22 now for the Saints. 6:09 to go here, quarter number 3. Saints lead 13-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Fedorchuk. Fedorchuk back to pass, pump fakes. Look, he's flushed. Now he gets rid of it, throws it underneath.
Yeah, they got
here comes a flag as we're going to get a pass interference. The intended receiver there, that was Nick Remick.
Yeah, Remick was coming on the backside drag route. Quarterback had good time to throw. Waited until Remick came across the middle. threw it to him, and he got hit way early, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It would have been just a 6-yard catch, but it's going to turn into a 15-yarder. So I will not get him to the – I don't think it's an automatic first down on that, but it's going to get him all the way out to the 41-yard line, Scott. So at least back into a second and manageable now.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. You can hear the offensive coordinator.
I'll shut the door.
Buddy Itzold over there calling the play, going with shift doubles.
That's some insight, Scott.
How about that, huh? Here's Fedorchak back to pass, looks near sideline. Ooh, that was almost picked off and went through the hands there of the linebacker. And
Walker Michael should have caught it, Scott.
Yeah, he should have caught that.
The ball had to be too slippery, or he was looking at Green ahead of him. That it went right through his hands. Great underneath coverage by him. Forced football there by Fedorchak. Got away with it.
So 3rd down and 7 now for the Saints. And what are we going to get here? They're getting the ball boy off the field as he's got the footballs wrapped in a towel. So 3rd down and 7 from the 42. Fedorchak sends trips to his left. No backs in the backfield. Here come the Coyotes with some pressure. Fedorchak flushed out of the pocket, gets rid of it, throws it complete at the 30-yard line.
Price.
And Price on the reception there for... penalty marker down. Was that a late hit again on this side?
Possibly in the quarterback, but again, I just like the maturity that Fedorchak has had, Scott. The difference between when I watched him game 1 and what I'm watching him now is night and day. He's getting forced out of the pocket, but he's making smart plays, either throwing it away or in this case waiting for his running or his wide receiver Aiden Price coming across the field and hits him just before he gets pushed out of bounds. Then he gets blown up. So I think it's 15 more on top of that. Yeah, absolutely. So,
well, now with a full press box, I'm looking through one window and another window with rain on it. So bear with me. 1st and 10, ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Saints inside the Serve Pro red zone. Here's Fedorchak. Direct snap. He hands off. The lone back, breaking tackles, fighting towards the goal line, breaking another one down to the 5-yard line. That goes Harrison Reichert. And Reichert, good hard run there.
Yeah, absolutely. Over Heinert and Barnes on the right side. And he just kept his feet moving, Scott. So he was able to turn away and get inside the 10-yard line. You mentioned the Serve Pro, I think, already.
Serve Pro red zone. Yes, I did, Charlie.
10-yard pickup there by Harrison Reichert. Wide receiver, Harrison Reichert.
1st down and goal to go for Fedorchak from the 5-yard line. Fedorchak. Back to pass, looks, dumps it across the middle, and incomplete, almost picked off.
By St. Romain.
Yep, the intended receiver was Nick Remick.
Almost a jump pass right there by the quarterback, Scott. That's in a situation where Fedorchak, you got to throw that one hard, right? He kind of floated that thing in, and good recovery by Isaiah St. Romain, almost going up over the top of Remick for the interception.
Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water. Restoration, it's Serve Pro. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. And now the Saints are going to have to take a Hubbard National Insurance timeout, and we'll take one as well. Call Hubbard National Insurance today. Hub is the leading North American insurance brokerage. 5:16 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints 13, Coyotes 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Privilege of serving our community by helping businesses and individuals protect what matters most. That's why we're proud to be your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, we work with the industry's leading insurance companies and provide our clients a better experience and a better value. For auto, home, business, bonds, life, and health insurance, think the Kramer Agency. See us at our new location at 232.
Second down and 5 for the Saints. Fedorchak, he throws it out in the flat, and it's going to be dropped. The intended receiver there.
David Vetter just came in, the sophomore, flipped out of the backfield and hit him right in the hands. Scott, I don't know if he would have got in, but he surely would have picked up a few yards.
So now it's third down and goal to go from the 5-yard line. 5:13 to go with quarter number 3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints lead 13-0. They're knocking on the door once again. Fedorchak, now he moves Reichert into the backfield. Reichert alongside Fedorchak. Hand fakes it to Reichert. Fedorchak trying to get to the edge. Stopped. He's under pressure, and he's come up and driven out of bounds there on the coverage there. That was Jaden Tanner knocking him out of bounds. So now it'll be 4th and goal to go from the 5.
I don't know if that was a broken play or not, because the receiver, Culber, on that side, he didn't even try to block. He just got pushed down from behind by Isaiah St. Romain, and ultimately it was a fake inside handoff and a quarterback keeper to the left side, a missed block, and just good play by both Tanner and Isaiah St. Romain.
20, what do we got, 25-yarder?
Yep.
25-yard field goal here by Heinert.
Ooh, offsides.
Who's offsides? Coyotes?
Yeah, the Coyotes jumped offside. It's not going to give them a first down, but it's going to get them inside the 5-yard line. It's not only more of a extra point attempt if he's going to try it again.
No, it was on the Saints.
Oh, they called him motion? Oh, no wonder the guy jumped off sides. Maybe he moved the football potentially. I didn't see any Saints jump, but sometimes the center, when you adjust that football, you can't do that.
Well, now this goes to a 30-yard field goal by Heinert.
There's no wind. The rain's coming straight down.
As not sure what the delay is. Oh, they had to move the play clock back. Now we're ready to go. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it appears good. Did he get it? He did. 30-yard field goal by Heinert is up and good. So the Saints tack on 3 more. 5:01 to go, quarter number 3. Saints 16, the Coyotes 0. Back with the the field goal kickoff after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Agency, we have the privilege of serving our community by helping businesses and individuals protect what matters most. That's why we're proud to be your locally owned independent insurance agency. As an independent insurance agency, we work with the industry's leading insurance companies and provide our clients a better experience and a better value. For auto, home, business, bonds, life, and health insurance, think the Kramer Agency. See us at our new location at 232 West Century.
Agency, your partner for life.
Way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Heinert to kick it away, and just like that, we got a flag on the field. That'll lead us to tell you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit MyNotBraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. As the Saints appear to be offside, so they'll move it back, and Heinert will kick it from the 35-yard line. St. Romain stands back around his 12-yard line. Nope, that's not St. Romain. That's Storbach. And Storbach falls down.
Tripped on the 10-yard line.
Tried to pick it up and go, and the turf monster got him, and they're going to spot it. Now they're going to say it's the 12-yard line. So the Coyotes will start 1st and 10, deep in their own territory, trailing this one 16-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Just trying desperately to get some type of offense going. St. Romain has been taken out of the offense by all the Saints defense. I mean, you give Richter and Hank Berry and Shirley Fedorchak huge props.
You guys think the weather's good in Minot? So 1st down and 10 now for the Coyotes from their own 12. Bloom hands off. That's Cook going over the right side. Picks up a couple. And they're going to give him 2 yards as he's out close to the 14-yard line. Well, they say 1 there, but it looks to me more like no, they're going to. It's about 1 yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. My apologies there.
Cook, right? You said, Scott?
Yep, that was Cook. That's exactly right.
Cheyenne leads the Saints, their Century now 20-17 with 8 minutes left in the third in the BNC Bank scoreboard. Bismarck leads Davies 14-3 end of the half.
There you go. Okay.
Minot's over Mandan 13-0 after 1.
They throw it down the near side and over the head of the intended receiver there. That was Jaden Tanner.
They are determined to throw that backside skinny post, Scott. That's the 3rd time they've tried it, and that time it was Saints defender Brady Ruggles. It was all over it.
Yeah, you're going to have to get the defenders because we got 3 guys, and what are we about 6 by 6 here?
Well, and none of us are skinny.
And not 3 guys that weigh 175 either, by the way. So
yeah, we're not. We're.
So 3rd down and 9. And
motion penalty.
Yeah, we're gonna have a motion penalty. Oh no! Oh, it looks like it said offsides against. Oh, yeah, offsides against the Saints.
Saints jump offsides. That was big, so that'll give them 5.
That'll give them they'll move it. So now it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Hey, I got to tell you what, at the end of the game, no guarantees in the stats, big fella.
Oh, hey. Well, I think there's something calling my name at the end of this one. I can tell you that.
Maybe Schmieker will be there with us.
Here we go on a 3rd down and 4 to go. Bloom, they toss it. Wilson trying to go over the right side, and he's going to be stood up.
Freed. Huge, came off his nose guard, Scott, made a big play, got rid of his guy, shed the blocker, went down the line and pulled the running back down.
So 4th down at 4, and I believe Mark Kennedy is going to have to punt it away. And what do we got here is we got an official timeout, I do believe.
McHugh's limping off.
As I think they had to push the play clock back up. So Tanner Aiden Sander back to kick it away for the Coyotes. High snap. Goes through his hands. Wet football. And did the Saints fall on it?
Fell on it.
Touchdown.
The first guy shoved the punter out of the way, and the second Saint came in. He's mobbed. I can't get his number. He's holding on to it hard. Number 63, Scott, for the Saints, came running in and dove on top of that one. That's Freed again.
Yeah.
As the first game of the season, there was a safety, the same situation. The ball was snapped over the head of the punter, and it's one of those you got to kick it out of bounds. You got to do something, right? You got to get back and get on it.
Yeah,
the last thing you can allow is
6 points. I mean, you're better off giving 2 there than you are 6. But
what a play for the Saints!
Yeah, it was.
I wish I could figure out what number that was that shoved him out of the way, because that was a huge play, a special teams play.
Don't ask me, because I have no idea, because I'm looking through windows and water. And so here's Heinert on to kick the extra point. 3:40 to go. Saints lead 22-0. Snap, hold, kick is up. It appears good. And it is 3:40 to go. 3rd quarter play at the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's St. Mary's 23, Coyote 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP network. Well, a fumble recovery in the end zone, and the Saints have extended their lead to 23-0 with 3:40 left to play, 3rd quarter on homecoming. for the St. Mary Saints.
It's been all Saints, Scott.
Yes,
Quick update, too, now. Minot 21-0 over Mandan.
Squiv kick taken to the 25-30, and ball's loose, but it goes out of bounds on the return there for the Coyotes. That was Dylan Ekblad on the return there for the Coyotes.
Shanley over South 28-14 end of the first half, and then West Fargo leads Legacy 28-7. The Minot's now almost 10 quarters in the season, haven't given them a point yet.
No, they have not. So the Coyotes got to try to get something going offensively. Mother Nature not making things easy for either squad. So the Coyotes have it 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Bloom hands off Cook, jabs right, cuts back left, now goes back right over the right side and picks up a decent gain there down to the 40-yard line.
Bottom of the pile is Roman Barnes again for the Saints. He has played very well at the nose guard spot for the Saints. Him and Freed have kind of been switching back and forth. Freed now actually playing, looks like he's playing left end instead of the nose guard spot that he started the game at.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Coyotes. Bloom. Cook stands alongside him. Bloom keeps it, goes right, and he's going to be swarmed under for a loss. Back near the original line of scrimmage, one of the linemen on that right side pounding his head.
That was
going. I missed a block
Freed
there.
Again, Scott.
Was that Freed again?
Yeah,
the nose guard? Okay.
No, left tackle,
left
actually,
tackle,
as we talked about this. He's moved to left tackle, and he cannot be blocked right now. He is a man among boys and just shed his blocker, kind of swam over the top of him there and got to Bloom.
3rd down and 9 now for the or 3rd down and 8 now for the Coyotes. 2:22 left to play here, 3rd quarter. Bloom, St. Show blitz, here they come. Bloom throws a crossing pattern. Oh, it's caught at midfield, and brought down there was Jaden Tanner on a big play there for the Coyotes. Move the chains to 1st down.
Backside post, Ruggles brought him down. First good throw we've seen of Bloom today, and he threw that one on a dime.
Yeah, how about the throw? Yeah, Bloom, as you said, Chuck, a great throw there by Bloom.
13 yards, just his 2nd completion of the game.
So they spotted at the Saints' 49-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Coyotes. Bloom's going to keep it, goes right, cuts back left, and picks up some good yardage there.
Yeah, really waited for that hole to open up. Stutter stepped, kind of faked inside, then he went outside, got a nice double team block by the right tackle and right guard, and freed him up for a good yardage on 1st down.
Clock winds, 1:25 to go. Reminder, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report, where we'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the game and our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game at the conclusion of this one here. As a 2nd down and 4 now for the Coyotes. Now they motion, fake it. St. Romain, Cook over the right side, breaks one tackler, and he's got the 1st down and more down to the 39-yard line. Goes Owen Cook.
Well, they've ran that little toss play, reverse play to St. Romain about 3 times. They've got nothing. They faked it this time, and Cook showed his speed. Boy, he hit that hole hard and quick to pick up that 1st down.
So a couple 1st downs on this drive for the Coyotes. This, Chuck, I would have to say, is the most positive offensive possession they've had the whole game right now.
Yeah, started at their own 37, so
moving it right down the field from the Saints' 39-yard line. Bloom sets him down, 1st down and 10 from the Saints' 39. Bloom, hands off. Here's Wilson. He's got some room and more. Breaking tackles, 30, 25 on his feet, 20. And he's drugged down at the 16-yard line. So a nice run there by Jaden Wilson, and another 1st down for the Coyotes.
Toss play going to the strong side at that time, and boy, he ran straight up and down, but huge hole on that left side. Haven't seen the toss play yet. It sure was effective there. Then he just ran through a couple St. Mary's tacklers, finally got brought down by Barry.
And that's going to be the last play of quarter number 3, as we've got 12 minutes left to go in this one. 3 quarters in the books on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's St. Mary's 23, The Coyotes 0. Back with quarter number 4 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
You can work.
Well, 12 minutes to play in this one as the Coyotes are inside the Serve Pro red zone. One for the first time here tonight for the Coyotes. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. So the Coyotes trying to put 6 on the board here as we start the 4th and final quarter here from Schmieker Field.
They're trying to get something happening. It's really been because of their running. They finally kind of toughened up their linemen, opened up some big holes for the running backs.
And now the rain has stopped as Bloom's going to keep it as he goes over the right side, gets a couple. No, they'll give him a yard down to. Now they're going to give him a couple. He's down to the 15.
Bennett McHugh's another tackle.
So Bloom goes back and gets a play call from.
It's the 4th run of the drive by Bloom, and ultimately I think every one of these plays have been runs. Oh, sorry, take that back. That was one nice catch by Jaden Tanner, a 15-yarder.
Yeah, they got to go quick as the play clock down to 8. Mark Kennedy over there watching the play clock. He might have to take a timeout. Here's Bloom. They throw it in the end zone. Jump ball, St. Romain, and he comes back, catches it, touchdown, Coyotes.
Just jump ball, you throw it up in the corner, and the Saints defender just stopped in the play, didn't read it. It was a man-to-man, and he was trying to read the eyes of St. Romain, and Romain just threw the brakes on, and the cornerback, Reichert, went by him, so a touchdown for Williston on the board. Hey, this thing ain't over yet.
So the Coyotes get on the board at the 11:10 mark of quarter number 4, make it 23-6.
I'm double teaming him every time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going for 2 here.
Yep, and they're going to go for 2 are the Coyotes. I would look for number 17 once again here. Bloom. Came with Bloom trying to get in the end zone, and he's going to dive, and he's going to be stood up, fumbled in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 11:10 to go in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. St. Mary's 23, Williston 6. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service
I don't care. You can try it. I can hold on. I mean, whatever you want to do. If we think that's going to work, we can sure try it. But
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Checking online with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. 2 locations in Minot at sportclips.com. I do apologize. 2 locations in Bismarck, location in Minot. Sport Clips, MVP of the game, and also all of our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. And kicking this one off, I don't know. Short kick, be fielded by the Saints at the 24, angling to the near sideline. On the return there was Aiden Price. Well, now I got to stand up, apparently, which is okay. So Aiden Price, Hodenfield, and now, well, there we go. We free up a little bit of room in here, Charlie, as Johnny stepped outside. It's starting to rain again, he says. Well,
so if it rains, we're going to bring you back in.
So the Saints now on 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. 11 minutes to play in the ball game. The Coyotes sideline making some noise over there as now they motion to the backfield. And they hand off coming left and stood up there on the carry there. That was Cameron Nosland.
Well, he is absolutely blown up, Scott. A little tippy-toe to the line of scrimmage, and Nosland did not get anywhere. Tackle for loss. So look out right now. Momentum on the side of the Coyotes.
It's a loss of 1, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
You know, remember last week it was similar 23-0 or 6 with Mandan at Century, and Century came all the way back and were a recovered onside potential with being right back in there to win the game.
Here comes the Coyotes on a blitz as they get rid of it to the Saints at the 35. Got a flag down on the reception. There was Culber.
The official threw it late, but it's got to be an eligible man downfield because the official looked at it and went, wait a minute, why is 65 in front of the receiver? So it's, I mean, and he's that's a guess, but.
And he's pointing downfield, so that appears that will be the call.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A little quick on that wide receiver screen as you had the
no, it was pass interference, Chuck.
By who? The lineman that was downfield blocking? I mean, really, that's what it was. He totally was leading the way.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
He made a block before the guy caught the football.
Well, now the Coyotes in a situation of 2nd down for their defense and a whole bunch for the Saints. Here's Fedorchak. They go trips right, 2 receivers left. Fedorchak back to pass. He throws it across the middle. He's got a man out there. Oh, it's caught again. Are you kidding me? Against 2 defenders.
Same guy, Scotty.
On the reception there.
Price.
Was Aiden Price in traffic. And a big offensive play for the Saints.
Deja vu all over again about the play that got him into to score at the end of the first half. It was just a deep post. You threw it up in the air, had double coverage, and somehow Price came up with it again to the 47-yard line of Williston. So 35-yard catch. The last one like that was 39. He's over 100 yards now.
So 1st down and 10 now from the Coyote 47-yard line. They hand off on the carry there. That's Harrison Reichert straight up the middle. Down to the 38-yard line goes Reichert.
Walker Michael on the tackle. But that was good. That's the play you want to have on 1st down. A quick hitter, your guy runs hard. He gets to the line of scrimmage quickly. You just needed a narrow gap for him to get into the secondary.
David Vetter comes in. Fedorchak comes over, gets the play. Called in from upstairs, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. 2nd and manageable situation here now for Sam Fedorchak and the Saints. They hand off Vetter over the right side, breaks 1 tackle, 40, 35, still on his feet, busting his way down to the 30, and stood up there at the 31-yard line goes David Vetter. Another 1st down.
Well, he only goes 155 pounds, Scott, but man, he runs hard.
Yeah, he ran real hard.
Yeah, his brother played for the Saints last year. He was one of the guys for the Saints that kind of, I wouldn't say a heart and soul kind of guy, but Paul Vetter, he was an all-conference running back and linebacker, kind of diminutive size like David, but man, he had just the same size heart.
Saints not in any hurry here as they lead it by 17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard with 8:10 left to go in the ball game. Vetter comes to the backfield again. Same formation as the last play. Vetter gets it again over the right side. And this time he's going to be stood up there, and a good defensive play on the stop there. That looked like it was Ty Wiedrich.
Yep, we haven't heard his name much, and Ty
Ty Wiedrich, easy for me to say. We kind of talked about him as second at state in wrestling, a javelin thrower, and I thought we were going to be calling number 48, Ty Wiedrich, all day, and that's the first time we've called his name.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Saints. From the 31-yard line of the Coyotes. Now into the backfield comes Nosland. Nosland, they faked to him. Fedorchak rolling to his left under pressure. Throws it over the top, and nobody there is. No. The Culber was in the pattern, but ball was already thrown, and he looked back. So it goes incomplete, stops the clock with 7:15 to go.
And that's kind of what Fedorchak, he just kind of gave him the arm down going, okay, if you're going to run an out pattern, you got to look back at me.
That was just kind of it looked like it was just kind of a puffy ball. Just kind of,
he just threw it out because there's no way that neither receiver was even looking at him on that point. So, again, good leadership by Fedorchak. That's 25 balls he's thrown today, Scott. Completed 15 of them for 173 yards. So nice day for the senior.
See what the Saints can do here. Coyotes are coming with pressure. Fedorchak rolling to his right, stops, sets, throws, and it's going to be incomplete down around the 7-yard line on the coverage. The pass there was intended for Brady Ruggles.
Yeah, Cook and Lund were out there on the defense, but good play by Fedorchak. Almost completed that. He stopped just sort of going out of bounds, and then he threw it right down the sidelines, down low where only the wide receiver could get it, and just couldn't come up with it.
So they're going to go for it now on 4th down and 10 from the Coyote 31-yard line. We've seen what's happened a couple times on big plays here for the Saints. Little pooch kick, and Fedorchak pooches it into the end zone, and it takes a Coyote bounce, and it'll come back.
Boy, I like the call.
Yeah.
But you gotta get that one. You gotta just hit it, just barely kick that thing to get and hold them deep. And as it turns out, it's only an 11-yard kick. I mean, a net.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As a factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Well, here come the Coyotes now on 1st and 10. They've got a
little bend but don't break defense for the Coyotes. So still got a chance. They got to get 2 scores, actually 3 scores, because you're down 17. So that's big. As we talked about with Central, I think they were down 3 scores.
That's exactly right. So here come the Coyotes. Bloom leans them out. Play clock down to 12. Bloom, they toss it. Cook jabs right, goes back inside, and he's going to be stood up there. And on the stop there, that was Richter and McHugh.
Yeah, the tandem of the 2 inside linebackers read it very well. I mean, both guys are 5'9", 160, 170 pounds, but, man, they pack a punch. Boy, big game going on at the MDU Resources Community Bowl as the Demons, 22-3, they lead Davies with just a couple minutes in that game. That would be a huge statement win for the Demons this year.
Yes, it certainly was. 2nd down and 10 now here for the Coyotes. Bloom hands off. Cook cuts to the outside, now back inside, and he's going to be run down there. On the stop was Freet for the Saints, so it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we'll call it 9 to go for the Coyotes from their own 20-yard line.
What do you think the Saints are thinking right now? Hey, you want to run it? You go right ahead.
Oh yeah.
You want to? Well, you keep running every play. The clock keeps moving. A little surprised. They're not trying to hurry up. They're not trying to, throw the football. Maybe it's just Coach Kennedy just said, "Hey, we're not prepared for that right now."
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Coyotes. Ball spotted on their own 20-yard line. Bloom throws it out in the flat. Caught by Tanner. Tanner trying to make an individual play, and he does as he picks up the 1st down, does Jaden Tanner.
Hey, you get it to your playmakers, and you say you got to do the rest. So he caught it with, he had all of 5 yards left to get the 1st down and just showed good athletic ability and strength for Tanner. He's 6'3", 140. That's really skinny, but
yeah,
he showed a power with that 140-pound frame as he shoved a Saint defender
5:28 left to go in the ball game. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, 23-6. St. Mary's leads it. Coyotes 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Bloom, receivers left and right. Hands off Cook. Cook goes straight over the right side. And he's going to get across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Will Owen Cook, the junior running back from the Coyotes.
Off the bottom of the pile for the Saints is Hank Berry. Again, clock just keeps running, keeps dripping down.
Yep. Williston's, the Coyotes got 3 timeouts left.
Cook now 22 yards on 5 carries, running hard though. I think they maybe have found themselves a running back.
2nd down and 5, and they hand off there. New running back in there. That was Caleb Minton.
Minton, one of their tough dudes on defense, linebackers. He was playing fullback on the play. Quick hitter to him. Didn't quite get the first down, but picked up a few yards nonetheless.
So 3rd down and 3 to go now for the Coyotes. Ball from spotted their own 38-yard line. Big play here for the Williston offense. Bloom, receivers left and right. Here comes Berry on the blitz. They throw out in the flat. And that was caught. Tanner turned upfield too quick before he could secure the football, and he drops it, so to bring up 4th down and 3.
It's the first time he's probably hadn't felt the pressure of somebody behind him. And Fedorchuk has been kind of right on him, and he's had nowhere to go once he catches it. But Fedorchuk was a good 5 yards deep off him. They don't want to have anybody behind him, Everything's going to be caught inside, but he tried to turn upfield, like you said, Scott, and took his eyes off it.
So 4th down and 3 now for the Coyotes. Ball spotted their own 38-yard line. Bloom, receivers split left and right. Cook, the lone back alongside Bloom. Blitz comes. They throw it out in the flat, and this time this one's caught. And same play there. And that is going to be a 1st down as Tanner comes up. He's had a nice evening tonight for the Williston Coyotes.
The clock does stop now, and he just got past the 1st down. He settled. Fedorchuk was a good 7-8 yards deep off him, but he closed quickly, and the clock, it gets reset, but now it's running again once the chains get moved.
Now Bloom, this time he goes under center. Twin receivers to his left, eye backfield. Cook dots the eye. Bloom, they toss it to Cook, coming right side, tripped up, still on his feet, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage where he's brought down there. Big number 63, there's Freet again.
Boy,
getting up the pile. Also coming up there was Remick as well.
He wants to be a guy that wants to get interviewed, right? I mean, he has played so well.
Clock winds to 3:25.
Speaking of interviews, I got to start getting ready, big fella.
Well, yeah, and one thing we better make sure works is that.
Well, I'll bring my cell phone, so if worst case scenario, you take your phone, you put it next to my headphones. Yep. Hey, we'll figure a way out.
Here's St. Romain, and he's quickly corralled over there, and he's trying to break free, and he can't.
Maybe not quickly, boy. You talk about moves.
Yeah, he's shifty.
The unfortunate part for St. Romain is people don't see him. We didn't get a chance to see him in the West Region basketball, and he is a talent. Average, 23, 24 points a game?
Yes, he is. Maybe a nice find for North Dakota State University. I know as a UND guy, you don't want me to say that.
Yeah,
You'd rather
I know.
Have me
Especially
say a
after
nice
watching
find
him
for
on
the University
film.
of North Dakota.
That's okay.
It's 3rd down and 12 for the Coyotes. 2:26 left to go in the ball game. Bloom back to pass, looks left, pumps, flushed out of the pocket, steps up, nifty move there, 45, and he's out near midfield down to the 48-yard line. Goes
Bloom. He hit hard
Alex
too.
Bloom.
He was thumped.
Well, Mark Kennedy obviously going to go for it here on 4th down, and let's call it 3.5.
9-yard pickup, but after that tackle for loss on that pass to St. Romain.
Well, this is the ball game right here. A handoff over the left side and fighting for the, nope, he's not going to get it, and on the carry there That was Caleb Minton again, and he's going to be stopped. And the Saints take over on downs, and that should about do it here from Dan Schmieker Field.
He bounced outside on that play, Scott. I thought for a second there he was going to get that first down, and he bounced outside, and great flow by all the Saints defense. And Coach Schweitzer very pleased. He's coming up, greeting all those guys, saying, this is going to be Toby's first win in his history as a head coach.
Oh, they got the We Like to Party song. Last time I heard this song was about 17 years ago at the Bismarck Event Center. Hey, why don't you check this out there, big fella, before you head down there and see what we got going on there? Huh?
This one, right?
Yeah, there you go.
How are we doing? We're doing good?
We're doing good. Now let's just hope we can catch you down there.
Okay.
All right.
Bring my phone.
Sounds good. Here we go. As Fedorchuk's probably just going to take a knee as he's up towards the line of scrimmage. Snaps, and there's the knee. And they'll reset the play clock, and it'll be one more knee it'll be a couple more knees for quarterback Sam Fedorchuk as I need to stay tuned for our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game report. As the Saints letting her drip down the play clock as it gets down to 8. Now they got to huddle up. There's a knee. Oh, and they're going to have to take one more as the play clock goes to 40, and now it's at 31. Game clock's at 37. And there's the knee as the St. Mary Saints are going to pick up their first win of the year, their first win for head coach Toby Schweitzer. As the game clock goes down to 5. As you can see right there on your screen, 2-1. It's all but academic teams shaking hands. And there you have it. The Saints are victorious here on homecoming as they defeat the Williston Coyotes by a score of 23-6. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Our planning team financial advisors post-game report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, It's game day.
Yeah, he's here now.
Well, welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads report. Right now, Chuck's got the victorious head coach, Toby Schweitzer. Let's go down on the field and Chuck. Chuck, take it away.
Coach, first victory, how's it feel?
A lot better than the last two games. I can tell you that, yeah.
You guys played well. What changes did you make? I mean, defensively you played well, and offensively you played well.
Yeah, I mean, it was just concentrating on flying to the ball defensively and doing what we know we can do. And then offensively, it's really learning what our people can do. And, we obviously found out some things we can't do and some really good stuff that we can do with Sam, with his athleticism. So that's the biggest difference. So
we're putting a lot of people in different positions too. There was guys, Reichert, and all kinds of guys were running. You had thrown it to different people, and I mean, ultimately, you got to look to Sam in terms of his maturity in just a couple games.
Absolutely, and he took care of the football. He protected it well. Had one tough throw, but that was they're going to have those. But when you throw it that many times, so. If you're going to pass the ball, you got to catch it, and tonight we caught it. So
I know you'd have rather had your victory the first game of the season, but pretty special to have it when one of your best friends and guys and Coach Schmieker getting inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no question about it. Just for all the alumni that are here and for Coach Schmieker and what he meant to every one of those guys, it's just amazing. So it's a great night to get the win. So.
Love the smile, Toby. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, Scotty, we'll get Sam. Step in here, bud. Great job today, and we just talked to Coach about your maturity, and from the first game of the season to this game, man, what a change. Yeah. What did you do differently?
I think it was just focus and practice. We switched up the offense a little, and game one's always tough, and I think we just came closer together through practice, and we had some team building activities, and it's just been a good time.
Does it feel like the game has slowed down for you at all right now?
For sure, and I think the line's improved a lot. There was some pressure on the first game, and I really feel like I had time in the pocket this game, and it's been easy. My receivers have been getting open, and I think just the knowledge of the playbook's been really good for us.
The trust you have with Aiden Price, 2 balls, you just threw it up. You had double coverage, but you must have confidence in that young man.
Yeah, I know he's a dude. He did it against BHS last year. Shout out to him last year for that game. And he's a great player, and sometimes you just got to give him a chance.
And for you to be part of Toby Schweitzer's first win, to be getting a win when Coach Schmieker gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, pretty special.
Yeah, it's huge to us. This is a game we really wanted, and I think that's why we were so focused in practice. This week in practice was way better for us, and I think we found the key to having closer games, and I think we're going to be able to get a couple more this year.
Well, great job. Enjoy the victory, but don't leave too quick. I want to get a picture of you and done, okay? All right. Tevin, step in here, buddy. Nothing better than talking to linemen, I got to tell you. And what a game you played today. I thought both offensively and defensively, you did an amazing job. You were playing nose guard, you were playing tackle. But first I want to ask you talk to me about the touchdown. How awesome was that?
It was amazing. Us linemen don't get a lot of credit anymore for anything, but getting a touchdown really boosts the whole lineman area. I would like to personally thank Hank for that. He hit the guy. He didn't take a self-inflicted on him. He got the guy and I got the ball. It's a team effort at the end of the day.
It was Hank Barretts. We were wondering who that was, so thank you for letting us know that. And, for you tonight, I felt that your defensive intensity really set the tone for your offense tonight.
Oh, absolutely. At practice, we learned that you got to hit hard. You can't just go around, caring about people. You got to hit hard, and you got to want to play. We signed up for this, and you got to want to play.
And for you guys, you've taken on the chin a couple games early and hardly had any net yards as an offense. So now look on the offensive side of the ball, and how cool was that? I don't know if cool's the right word, but how cool was it for you guys to both run and pass the ball successfully today?
It's amazing. At practice, we have limited guys. So when we're able to allow Sam to sit in a pocket for a little bit and throw, and we can run the ball, it's amazing. It really boosts the team confidence. Absolutely.
What a great win. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Scotty, back up to you.
All right, good job, Chuck Claremont. Very enthusiastic young man there. And Tevin Freet, as it looks like we're going to have MVPs of the game, and we'll get to those as our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report rolls on with more after this timeout from Schmieker Field.
Whether you're looking for a full full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Yeah, welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame report. This one has gone final 23-6. St. Mary's wins it here on homecoming night and a night that Dan Schmieker was inducted into the St. Mary's Hall of Fame. As we can give you some BNC National Bank scoreboard updates with about 3 minutes left in the fourth. West Fargo Shan leads Century 26-24. Century has the football. A final from the MD Resource Community Bowl. Bismarck High knocks off Davies 22-3. And then the final you heard here. And then up in Minot at the end of the first half, it's Minot 28, Mandan 0. That's on the 11. Let's see if we can give you some updates on the 11A side. Langdon area Edmore Munich over Rugby 48-14. Velvet Garrison Drake Animus continues to roll 50-19 over Ned Rose. Central Cass over Lisbon 55-0 and Kildare over Bowman County 40-7. And for a look at our final individual and team numbers, here's Chuck Claremont.
All right, thanks, Scott. For the Coyotes, Alex Bloom, the quarterback, 12 carries, 35 yards. Walker Michael, 2 carries for 11. Jaden Wilson, 5 for 35. Casey Storbakken, 2 for 0. Owen Cook, 5 for 21 yards. And then Caden Minton came in late in the game and had 2 carries for 2 yards. For Alex Bloom, he played way better the second half throwing the football. Ended up 6 of 12 for 41 yards. He had a touchdown, a 15-yarder to Isaiah St. Romain, and he had 1 interception for that young man. Isaiah St. Romain, 3 catches for 15 yards and that touchdown, as I mentioned. Jaden Turner, 3 catches for 28 yards. For the Saints, not a lot of running, but enough running by Sam Fedorchik to keep him honest. Fedorchik, 7 carries, 22 yards. Vetter had 3 for 9. Noslin had 1 for -1. Conrad Kalber, 2 for 2 yards. And then Harrison Reichert had 3 for 17. Sam Fedorchik throwing the football 15 of 26, 173 and 2 touchdowns. Both of those in the first half. Aiden Price, big day for him. 7 catches, 105 yards, including a 3-yard touchdown late in the first half. But he had 2 big ones, a 39-yarder and a 35-yarder that were kind of a couple of the big plays of the game. Conrad Kalber had 4 for 35. He had a touchdown in the first half, the first one in the very first drive, a 12-yarder. And then Harrison Reichert had 2 catches for 10. Some quick numbers on the team statistics, Scott. Wilson actually had more yards rushing than St. Mary's. They had 27 carries, 104. The Saints had 16 for 48. But passing, that's the difference of the game, is Coyotes just 41 yards versus 173 for the Saints. So 39 plays, 145 for the Coyotes, 42 for 222 for St. Mary's. And then the scoring plays, just kind of quickly just mention those first. They got on the board first at 9:13. Culber had a 12-yard catch. Extra point was no good, 6-0 into the first. And then late, the last drive of the first half for the Saints ended up in a 3-yard touchdown catch for Aiden Price. Heinert made the kick. That made it 13-0. Saints got on the board in the third quarter with Heinert making a 30-yard field goal in the rain at the 5-minute mark. That was 16-0. And then Freed recovered a punt in the end zone. Nice play by Hank Berry. Appreciate how about that unselfishness. I thought it was a 2, but I didn't want to say that. So good job by Freed. One getting the touchdown, 2 giving the recognition to some of his buddy. Extra point was good. 23 zip. Then St. Romain got a touchdown in the fourth corner that was ended up being meaningless. 23-6. There you go.
Oh, excuse me. Well, Chuck, I got a couple more things to do. Now we got to give out our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you. Jobbers can help you move across town or across the country. Location in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. You can find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Chuck?
Well, fourth drive of the game, the Saints had it after an incompletion. It was like, I think, 3rd and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he threw just kind of a Hail Mary up in the air. And, man, in between two guys, Aiden Price came up with a big catch, a 39-yarder. And then a couple plays later, he got the 3-yard touchdown. So that 39-yard catch that set up the second score for Aiden Price is our
Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. And now, Chuck, we've got to give out our Sport Clips MVP of the game. I have a feeling that might be plural. Sport Clips brings you the MVP this matchup. Sport Clips is the home to the MVP haircut experience. I think comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. Tonight's Sport Clips game MVP.
Yeah, hey, let's go 4 guys. Let's go two players. Tevin Freed, what a game he played, both offensively, defensively. Got a big touchdown in the end zone, that snap punt, and then played great in terms of tackles, blocking, you name it. And then how do you not go to Sam Fedorchuk? What a game he had. 15 of 26, 173, had 2 touchdowns, passes on the night, and played great defense, too. Let's talk about St. Romain was held to just 17 yards on 3 catches. And then some special love to Toby Schweitzer for getting his first win, and even some double special love to Coach Schmieker and getting inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
So, lots of Sports Clips MVPs tonight.
Great night here at Schmieker Field. Thanks for tuning in to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads Postgame Report, where they're looking for a full-service financial planner, planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads get filled up with their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Hey, a big shout-out goes out to Johnny Haugen tonight, doing a great job helping us.
Speaking of MVPs,
Dumb and Dumber is a new movie of Dumb and Dumber in the press box here tonight. But nonetheless, throw him on that Sport Clips MVP as well. We certainly hope you enjoyed the broadcast as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And we apologize for the technical difficulties, but sometimes Mother Nature wins the battle, and she won tonight. I want to thank BNC National Bank, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Hubbard National Insurance, ServPro. Also to Minot State, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Presswich Orthodontics, Northern Plains Heating and Air, the Pigskin Preview published by the Printers Inc. Be sure to get your Pigskin Preview today. You can find that at the Printer's office. It's a great asset for those of you that want to follow high school and college football in North Dakota. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, also to Sport Clips and to Jobbers Moving and Storage, those other sponsors you see. And also big thanks to Brandon Beater running the controls back in the PSP Network studios as Nick Hallberg on assignment down in Iowa. Repeating our final score here tonight on homecoming night. Saints win it 23-6. For Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from Schmieker Field.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.